Hello, everybody, and welcome to Westfield here at Bethlehem Christian Academy. I'm Kenny Koper. Alongside me, Mr. Chip Champion and Brant Daughtry, coming to you live on the Football Friday broadcast of the week here up in Bethlehem, Georgia. Beautiful backdrop for a nice evening of football. A cool 51 degrees is the expected forecast. Right now it says 60. I think they might be lying a little bit on that, Chip.
It's cool. It's really nice, to be honest with you.
It's a lot different than the 95 or so we had, 2-3 weeks ago. So it's a beautiful setting for football, and we're excited to be here. And a big thanks to Coach Champion for joining us here. Brett could not make it, but Brant Daughtry on camera. Hopefully Brant hit the record, and we're good to go.
Yep, there it is.
So it should be a good matchup. Westfield coming in. They got the win a couple of weeks ago in Dublin. Last week, a tough loss to Frederica. But, Coach, we talked about it a little bit before the game. You know, Westfield seems to be kind of finding their rhythm a little bit offensively, and the coaches are starting to kind of figure out the guys they can lean on.
Yeah, I think we found out something, especially in the second half down in Dublin. I really think that, the coaches found some things that they can lean on a little bit. And, it takes time. I mean, and people don't understand that. In today's day and time, everybody wants it to happen immediately, and it doesn't. It takes time for the kids to adjust to new coaches and coaches to adjust to the kids. And, it takes time for the coaches to figure out what works best. We knew that the front end of our schedule was front-loaded big time anyway with our opponents. And, we knew that there were some games down the stretch that if we came together, we should be winnable games for us. And, the game at Dublin was really big as far as, the region and getting into the playoffs. But we got to continue that tonight and on through the rest of the season. It's hard to believe this is our last regular season road game of the year, though.
Yeah, I had no offense, but I'm happy about that.
Well, yeah. Well,
but you're right. You're right.
When you drive halfway across the state, but yeah, I mean, it's a good opportunity tonight for us to get back to the winning note, and you're playing. You win against Trinity, and then you get your prizes. You get the defending AAA state champions in Frederica. And quite honestly, I thought we played a really good first half against them, and then sort of shot ourselves in the foot a little bit in the second half. But we gave a really good account of ourselves, I thought.
No, I did too. I think, and Brant, you watched it as well. To me, the score was not indicative of how that game played out. It was a fourth quarter that things just kind of one or two things got away from them, and then boom, it started going the opposite direction.
Oh, absolutely. Like you said, that game was close. That was a very attainable game for Westfield in the middle of the third quarter, and things just kind of slipped away. But they really showed some fight last week. They seem to be finding their identity on offense, and I believe the word we used last week was inspired defense, that they really played well in the first half. And, if this team can string four quarters together, they'll have a good night tonight.
Yeah, Bethlehem Christian, we looked at the numbers for their team. They got, about 25 guys?
I think 30. I think 30
well, I think we got a few more guys than they do. But, it
doesn't
only
really
put
matter.
11 on the field.
Exactly.
And it's the quality and it's the execution of what you do.
And it just made me think, though, with the numbers game, maybe not as big of a difference this week as it possibly will be next week with Augusta Prep. But with that fact, I wonder from Coach Lane's perspective and his coaching staff, do you lean on that line a little bit? You give the ball more to your big backs and kind of wear them down?
Yeah, you try to. But the big thing, the sort of the equalizer when it comes to the depth is the weather.
That's true.
I mean, when it's 95 degrees and, 89, 90% humidity,
right.
that's when the depth really becomes an issue. And we found that out a couple times during the regular season.
Absolutely. Well, it looks like they're about to be starting with the prayer and national anthem here in just a few moments. And you'll probably hear from throughout the broadcast, we are down in the stands, so you're going to hear a lot of the speakers in the background of our broadcast. So apologize for that in
advance. That might
be
be a good thing.
Yeah, that's true. It'll drown us out a little bit. But we're going to take a break real quick and pause for the prayer, national anthem, and more. And then when we come back, we'll have the Sonova Securities starting lineups and the Middle Georgia Orthopedics keys to the game. All that and more as you are watching Westfield Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field,
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
And welcome back here as we are in the pregame show where the Westfield Hornets have traveled up here to Bethlehem, Georgia to take on the Bethlehem Christian Academy Knights. Kenny Cofer, chip champion, and Brant Daughtry live here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network. About 7 minutes away from kickoff, and while we have a moment, we're going to jump right into our starters here, brought to you by Synovus Security. So first on defense for the Westfield Hornets, at cornerbacks will be number 13, Hunter Hancock, and number 14, Sam Johnson. At safety will be number 15, Chris Kinnis. The linebackers, who have done a really good job over the past couple of weeks, and especially the young freshman, number 8, Coleman Williams, number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick, and number 35, Robert Kinnis. And then the defensive line will line up like this. The 2 defensive ends will be Seth Andrews and number 21, J.B. Bearden. And then Cal Langston and Cole Miller up the middle for Westfield. And then one of the other linebackers, Brett had this kind of trick me up there, Clay Walton, also at linebacker. So run that 4-4 defense with the 2 corners and the safety out in center field. Now for the offensive side of things for Westfield, here are the big guys up front along with the tight ends, as it'll be Robert Kinnis at tight end, Carson Mathis at left tackle. At left guard is number 50, Seth Andrews. The center, number 52, Colby Hill. At right guard, number 62, Cole Miller. At right tackle, number 30, Braden McDaniel. Now your skill players. At quarterback will be senior, number 12, Beck Beckham. Running back, number 7, Michael Fitzpatrick. Also at running back, number 44, Hunter Smallwood. And the 2 wide receivers, Hunter Hancock, and coming back from injury, I assume, is number 3, Hunter Spence. So those are the starters brought to you by Synovus Securities. I want to thank Mr. Chris and Miss Mary Jane Kinnis for their sponsorship of the starting lineups. Let me see if I can find, I don't see the keys to the game. Oh, there they are. As we will jump into our Middle Georgia Orthopedics keys to the game, and they are eliminate the turnovers. I think we talked about it last week. Westfield had, I think, 3 turnovers on special teams.
Yeah, I mean, we've when we're not going well, it's because we're turning the ball over. And, you know, we've talked about it a little bit. Right now, we're not as skilled as some of our opponents are, and to stay in games and to win games, you've got to make less mistakes than they do. And one of those big things is not putting the ball on the ground and valuing possessions.
Yeah, it was a rough go there on special teams last week and offensively as well. But if they continue the run game, we talked about that seemed to be the rhythm they found in Dublin. They really, really leaned on Michael Fitzpatrick, Hunter Smallwood, and that really started to work for them, and it worked last week as well. And then if they could connect on the occasional pass, once you start getting all those players in the box, start getting the 9, 10 guys in the box, maybe you can start sneaking out one of those players, hit them on a big pass play. So we'll see if that comes into effect. And then third down defense. Westfield had a hard time last week, not only on third down, but fourth down as well. It could be third down and 15. It could be third down and 25. They seem to have problems getting off the field.
You got to get off the field. I mean, you worked hard to get in that position to have third down and opportunities to get off the field, and it sort of it deflates you big time, especially in those third and long situations that you somewhat assume you're going to get out of.
Yeah, it's very, very disheartening for sure. So hopefully they can do that here tonight, as those are the Middle Georgia orthopedic keys to the game. I want to thank Dr. Easom and his staff for their sponsorship there of that. And Brant Daughtry will get a tight shot here, hopefully on the coin toss, as the captains make their way to midfield for the homestanding Knights. It'll be 52, Eli Parker, number 10, Jacob Adams, and the hair covering up, Maggie Mock, and then number 8, Lane Jean Francois. That is a very well put together young man.
Yeah, that's a good looking kid right there.
He's very tall and strong.
Yeah, that was the first thing I noticed when I got here was they got some good looking kids.
At for Westfield, they'll go with Beck Beckham and Braden McDaniel, Robert Kenneth, and Chris Kenneth for Westfield, as this is our Amos family coin toss. I want to thank Mr. Bill, Miss Laura, Giles, William, and Caroline, as they have sponsored the coin toss all year. How about Giles getting into some games?
I'm assuming that they're probably in. Where are they? They're at home this week, don't they?
Yeah. Who they got though? Brant, you normally know.
Yeah.
Who's Alabama got this week?
They got Mississippi State, I believe.
Is it?
Isn't it Tennessee?
No, it's Tennessee.
Yes,
that's
third
right.
Saturday in October.
Third Saturday in October.
That's
so, yep. And I was listening to talk radio on the way up here.
Oh, Feinbaum?
Yeah, no, I wasn't listening to Feinbaum. I was listening to, I don't know, it was Packer or one of them.
I gotcha.
Feinbaum used to be religious listening in the Daughtry household.
Well, all y'all Auburn and Alabama fans listen to Feinbaum.
That is true. That is true. So the coin toss going on here at midfield. Westfield, as you can see, traveling in their road whites, green numbers, and green lettering across the chest, all trimmed in gold. And the homestanding Knights of Bethlehem Christian are in their home blues and gray numerals. They won the toss, and they elect to receive. So they will get the ball first. They'll be moving from left to right on your screen. Westfield will kick it away. So with that, we'll wrap up this pregame show, and then we will take a break and come back with the kickoff, brought to you by the Swanson Restaurant, as you are watching Westfield football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
And welcome back here. We're at Bethlehem Christian Academy here in Bethlehem, Georgia, as the Westfield Hornets have traveled up here to take on their crossover region mate and the Bethlehem Christian Academy Knights, chip champion Kenny Kofer and Brant Daughtry. And right now you're getting to watch, I think that's Ricky Black over there breaking it down on the sideline for Westfield.
That's a scary thought.
Z-Chip, we're going to get a lot of insight.
Yeah,
tonight,
you're going to get more insight than you probably want, or probably more than I should say sometimes.
So Westfield will kick it away here to start, as it will be Michael Fitzpatrick kicking it away for the Westfield Hornets. As we are in the first quarter, the Flint Energy's first quarter, and it'll be the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. I want to thank Brad and his staff at the Swanson Restaurant. We always stop by there before every home game, kind of mix it up. Brad even tried to act like he was healthy last time, didn't he, Brant? He actually got a vegetable plate, which he didn't eat.
He did.
It was more just to look at.
No, I was thinking the same.
Well, we had the company card, so it was free to all of us. so he said, "I'm going to put on a show for these boys."
Yeah. So here comes the Westfield Hornets. They'll kick it away here. We're kind of off-centered. We're set up on the 35-yard line, so it's going to be a little bit of a weird angle. But we are ready to go here from Bethlehem Christian Academy, and there's the opening kickoff, and it will go out of bounds.
At like the 1-yard line.
Yeah,
that's just unfortunate.
Not ideal there for Westfield, so they'll get the ball 1st and 10 at the 35, correct?
35 or 40.
I know, I always get confused depending on the level of football.
It's different.
So they'll get the ball here, and Westfield already with the first error of the game.
Yeah. And, that's one of those things you can live with a little bit. That's just bad luck there.
Yeah. I know it was about 2 yards from rolling through the end zone and took a left turn instead of rolling straight.
Yeah. I mean, you'd like that to be a little bit more toward the numbers just in case that happens. But, I'm guessing that there's a reason that we're kicking away from some of those guys.
That's true. Good point. Very good point.
The good news is, at least for Mikey, he's out there and he can try to make up for it right now.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Knights. And they'll throw it out here wide, and it is complete, and out of bounds goes Ty Whiting. That was a flag. Did the flag come in?
No.
Yep.
Did it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the sideline's clapping like it did.
Yeah, so.
I see it laying there on the ground.
So Westfield with the first error of the game. They hit him a little late.
Those numbers are hard to see. The Bethlehem numbers are hard to see.
It's not quite as bad as what I remember y'all talking about. Was it Memorial Day? Who had those?
Yeah, it seemed like somebody a couple of years ago, you couldn't tell at all.
Yeah, it was almost impossible. So.
Yeah. Now, when they get a little bit closer to us, we ought to be able to see them a little bit better.
Exactly.
But down there on that far end, we're going to have a hard time.
Yeah,
somebody's got to have better eyes than I do.
It's going to be tough.
I'm looking at this tiny screen. It's about 6 inches across, so I'm afraid I'm not going to be much help either.
So it's 1st down and 10 here at the 46-yard line. In shotgun is Ty Whiting. And they'll hand it off the right side. And Bearden will bring him down after a short gain. The handoff was to Chad Norwood. And he picks up a gain of 3 yards on 1st down.
Yeah, nice job there by JB to keep the edge right there. It looks like that's sort of the game plan of the Knights, is to attack our edge a little bit, either with that pass or with that sweep action.
Westfield really has a problem a lot of times containing that edge, especially on the backside of the play.
I'm sure they've seen that on film. I mean, they've done their homework.
So this is Ethan Guthis at quarterback. Like you said, it's hard to tell the numbers. So there's the throw, and that's complete out to Whiting. Whiting's got the 1st down as he goes out of bounds.
Looks like they're going to mark him right at the 1st down marker.
Yeah, it depends on.
Yeah, they've got it.
Yep, that's a 1st down.
Looks like their offense is very similar to what we were doing earlier in the year with that short, quick passing game.
Yeah, just nothing downfield, just kind of high percentage passes and able to get it out of the hands of the quarterback quickly.
And he throws a good ball.
So Guthis will go under center this time, and that is Chad Norwood, the tailback. And Norwood will get the handoff off right guard, and Coleman Williams will drag him down from behind at the – wow.
Yeah,
okay, the far side officials marking him at the 30. The near side officials marking him at 32. So I don't know which one it is.
They're going to give it
And
the guy on this side. Yep, they're going to give it the guy on this side.
Split the difference. That's fine.
So they gave him 4, and it's 2nd down and 6 for the Knights here early in this first quarter.
They've got some size on that offensive line, too.
They do. They're pretty big up front. Pretty big elsewhere, too.
So they got the tailback, Norwood. He'll fake the handoff. Guthis will roll out. He'll throw, and it will go out of bounds. Incomplete, and that stops the clock with 10:22.
Nice pressure there by Michael Fitzpatrick to make him get rid of it a little bit quicker than he really wanted to. Of course, I think if I saw Michael coming at me, I'd probably get rid of it pretty quick,
yeah,
too.
Mike's a big boy, and
Yep.
he plays angry. So you don't want to be on the wrong side of him. Right here, though, they're probably in 4-down territory.
Oh, yeah, I would think so, unless the kicker's got more of a leg than I understand.
That's Maggie Mock, the kicker for Bethlehem. And they'll hand it off, and pressure right there in his face, but cannot make the tackle. And now he's going to spread out to the outside, and they bring him
Good
down.
job by Hunter Hancock. Hunter Hancock on that tackle brought him down a couple yards short of the first down marker.
Yeah, Coleman Williams is the first man back there. He could not get him, but
Yep.
you're right, Hancock, great job coming off his receiver and getting over there to make the tackle.
It's a big play right here. I mean, you hate to say you got a big play 2 minutes into the ball game, but this is a pretty big play.
Yeah,
and if I'm Westfield's coaches, I'm screaming, watch the ball.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, good point.
The old no play.
4th down and 2. Guthis in shotgun. He's got Norwood to his right side and 4 wide receivers. Well,
and
what do we have there?
Like they're going to get it.
They threw a flag on that far sideline. Feels like a false start.
Yeah, they might have got the receiver on that far side. So we'll have to wait and see.
As an old school football coach, that just drives me crazy. You're 4th and short, and you're in the shotgun.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
And that's going to be a false start on the Knights.
So that'll push them back, make a 4th and 2 into 4th and 7. Isn't it funny how the game has changed, right?
Well, and I haven't.
Yeah, I'm with you, though. It makes no sense that you want to go forward, too, so you're going to start 7 back.
I saw that on a college game. I think it was last night. 4th and goal from the 1-inch line, and you're in the shotgun, making it 4th and 3 automatically.
It's crazy to think about. So now 4th and 7.
Maybe that's why we're up here and they're down there.
Ain't that the truth? Guthis, quick pass, going deep and way overshoots his intended target. And Westfield gets a turnover on downs.
Good coverage right there by Chris Kennis. That's a huge stop right there.
That's big early in this game. Now you got the momentum on your side.
Yeah, no doubt. That was a big play for Westfield. So they get the ball 1st and 10 right there where the last play ended at the 32-yard line.
Right in front of us.
Right
we
in front of
can
us.
call the lines right here.
Absolutely. So we'll see what Coach Lane and his staff has got up their sleeve here early in this one. Kind of going with a modified wing T look in a way, and they'll pitch it to Fitzpatrick. Michael weaving his way through, gets out across the 35 to the 36. That's a gain of 4 yards.
Yep. It's funny how we've evolved over the season. We were all so spread out to begin the year, and now we're in double tights.
Yeah, that was an odd formation. Kind of bring it almost what they took the 2 wingbacks and brought them up.
Just brought everything in tight.
So it's 2nd and 6 here.
And a little wing T, again, a little wing T look.
I'm going to put now the same play, just the opposite side. And Smallwood runs it ahead, and he should have enough.
It's going to look like it's going to be really close the way the official is coming in. Looks like we may actually, depends on where he places the ball, a little bit short, I believe.
Well, they kept the clock going. I stopped it. And they're still got the clock going. Now they'll
they're
stop
going to
it.
call for a measure.
Yeah, they're going to measure it.
So it's going to be close. I'll stop the clock at 8:29 where they got it. But it's, it's super close. I'm going to bring out the chains.
From my angle, not looking at the camera, but looking from where I'm standing, it looks like he got it.
Well,
you have the better angle than we do.
Yeah, it started on the 32,
Yep.
and it's touching the 37 or 42.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's close.
It's within a couple links of the chain.
It's 3rd and inches,
It's
or
going to be a little bit short.
First, 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches.
3rd and just a little bit.
So 3rd down and a yard, less than a yard for Westfield here. Now, I don't think Westfield's going to come out and shotgun here on 3rd and 1, do you? Or do you think they're going to maybe that's what you do is take a shot and then come back?
If we do, I might jump over the edge right here.
You'll lose your broadcaster hat and go to your AD hat?
Yeah, that's just when you got some big guys like we do, there's just no way you can do that.
Absolutely. There's a quarterback sneak.
And he's going to get a couple yards on that deal.
Yes, he is. So that is a Planters First Bank 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets. Great job there from the Hornet offensive line, opening up that hole.
And see, the old school guy in me loves this double tight, keep it between the tackles, 3 yards in a cloud of dust kind of thing.
Yeah, it's definitely evolved. The game has evolved for sure.
Well, I've always said, give me 3 yards every play and I'll never be beat.
That's true. That is very true.
And I'm not the math guy.
So this time,
but even I know that.
Smallwood goes up the middle. He gets to the 45. Not a whole lot, maybe a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Yep.
So you're the history guy, right? Isn't that what you teach?
Yeah, I'm the history guy. I love some history. Definitely not the math guy.
So 2nd down and 8 for Westfield. As trying to get the clock right. Oh, boy.
7:45 according to the clock that matters.
There we go. Let's see if I can start it there. I got it as close as I could.
Yep.
So now we'll go in I formation with Fitzpatrick, the tailback. They'll put Kenneth, switch him to the left side. Powers out wide to the left. Bring him off the line now. That brings Robert in motion for a possible play, and they'll hand it off to Fitzpatrick. Michael coming around near side. Michael breaks 1 tackle, carries 2 defenders out of bounds into Knight's territory for another Planters First Bank, 1st and 10.
That was a nice run when we set the edge right there. And cornerback didn't want a whole lot of Michael Fitzpatrick coming at him.
Yeah, you see him, you're like, oh, boy, let me go at the legs. Hope for the best.
Yep.
So 1st down and 10 for Westfield. We know this is kind of a weird angle. Brant's trying his best, but we're actually very close to the action, so you can only get so wide
Yep.
from the view.
This is
that the widest?
No, that's not the widest.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
The thing is, the viewfinder that I'm looking at is a lot wider.
Exactly, than what you actually see.
Than what the screen is showing. So.
And that one, Smallwood gets it, and he's wrapped up in the backfield, it looks like, for about a loss of 1.
Well, it looks like they're going loss of 2, maybe. A long 1. Let's call it a long 1 to split the difference.
Yeah.
Now, everybody's, now Coach Lane's got them all thinking in the middle is when you come back with that play action pass, at some point right here.
Yeah, it's 2nd and long. This is a typical running down, especially with a team like Westfield. A play action pass wouldn't be a miss.
They're going to roll them out. No play action, but they are going to pass. They throw, and a little crossing route complete to Robert Kinnis.
Yep.
And Kinnis gets some pretty good yardage there as he gets knocked down at about the 37 thereabouts.
And Westfield got away with a false start on that play. The far side wide receiver flinched on the double hut.
Good thing the referees didn't see that one.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how he didn't, but we're glad he didn't.
Yeah, Westfield will take that.
So 3rd and 6 here for Westfield. And they'll pitch it to Fitzpatrick, trying to cut back inside. Michael will go down. And
numbers game got us on that one. They had too many people flanked out right there.
So that is a loss of about 2 yards. It'll be 4th down and 8. So they're going to probably bring on the punt team here.
Well, but it looks like unless something really crazy happens right here, you've at least flipped the field on them.
Absolutely. About 5.5 minutes to go here in this Flint Energy's first quarter. No score so far. Both teams with an offensive possession. Michael waiting for the snap. No play clock here, so no idea on what's going on.
So it's a guessing game.
Michael gets it away just in time. A wobbly kick off the right side of his foot, and it takes a sideways roll, and it'll be touchdown at about the 18-yard line.
Yeah,
19?
I'm guessing 19, 20, somewhere in there. But after exchange of punts, we're gonna win the field position battle by about 15 yards there. So
yeah, it's not some gain, not that much loss. So if they come out and play the defense they were playing on that first possession, really what kind of hurt Westfield was obviously the kickoff going out of bounds,
and then the penalty,
and then the 15-yard penalty.
So automatically the ball's at the 50.
Exactly, it don't take much. So it'll be 1st and 10. Guthis will be in under center this time. I have no idea the numbers or anything.
Not from here.
Nope.
Nah.
And they'll hand it off. I assume that is Chad Norwood. Norwood stacked up Westfield's defense all over that one. And they throw a flag in there at the end of the play, and that's normally not a good situation.
No. Clay Walton was the first to make contact over there. I'm not sure. There was a swarm of Hornets over there. You like the play on words?
That's pretty good, man. See, I guess if you were doing Georgia, you'd be like, that's just a pack of dogs.
Yep. And
another
like
personal
foul on us.
Goodness gracious. So Westfield with another personal foul penalty, and that will give them 15 yards after what was probably about only a 1-yard gain, if anything. I think it was actually no gain on that run.
No, we stopped them right there at the line of scrimmage, but the 15-yard stacks on is an automatic first down too, and now all of a sudden you're right back where you were.
That's 2 personal foul penalties on Westfield already in this game, and that is tough. Tell you what, Chip, their head coach, he's a large gentleman.
Yeah, if a fight breaks out, I'm running from him.
You can see him in the bottom left-hand side of your screen.
He's also their AD, but he's a really nice guy, and he's a former Georgia Bulldog, so he's got to be a good guy.
He is a big guy. So Guthis in shotgun. He's going to roll out near side. He's going to throw, and it's complete.
Nice catch.
And he'll be pushed out of bounds.
Looks like right at the 40, 41 right there.
Ty Whiting was the receiver. He's made a couple catches already. Yeah, he gets out to about the 41.
I'm glad you can see the numbers because I sure
I'm kind of trying to get I'm trying to find the official the best I can.
Or you just guessing one or the other.
Hey, they'll believe anything you say, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, we actually got broadcast to prove it, don't we?
Yep.
I actually really like that play. That's basically just an extended handoff, that little quick slant out to the wide receiver, that quick out.
Yeah, it's not a bad play. So now Guthis this time will give off. Big hole right up the middle of the field, and that'll be enough for a first down. I mean, that hole is
gaping.
Oh,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, I could have run through that one. Sam Johnson comes up and makes the tackle. Had to go low on that guy to make that play.
Yeah, Chad Norwood, he's a pretty good-looking running back. They got a lot of good-looking athletes on this team.
They got a bunch of good-looking kids.
So they'll come out with a wide receiver to either side in the I formation behind Guthis. He'll get under center. Here comes Mikey creeping up. And a little fullback dive, and Mikey was all over that.
Yep.
That's
what happens when you call a blitz at the right time.
Yep, that's perfect play call. Sometimes the defensive coordinator wins, sometimes the offensive coordinator wins.
Yep. Yeah, it's a gamble you take, but it worked for Westfield that time. They had them firing in. What are those? The A-gaps?
The A-gaps between the center and guard is A-gap. Guard
A-gap,
tackle,
B-gap,
guard tackle, B-gap, outside tackle, C-gap.
Well, they were all over the A-gaps that time. That was a little false start, it looked like. And they're going to go deep down the far side. Hancock going up. Great job. I mean, you cannot play that any better than Hunter Hancock just did.
Yep.
He kind of boxed him out like he was going up for a rebound.
Well, the basketball coach appreciates that.
Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful play, and it's now 3rd down and 10.
I thought Hunter had a play on the football there to begin with, but he got twisted around a little bit. It was sort of a weird angle for him. So rather than try to play the ball, just knock it down.
Yeah, he kind of, like I said, got that position
box him out.
Because he's got the size disadvantage out there with Eliel St. Louis.
Yeah.
How do you say his first name?
I say Eliel or Eliel. I'm not sure. And here comes the blitz. They pick it up. They're going to go deep down the near side. They look up, and the receiver never saw it. He was still jockeying out here with Johnson.
Neither did the cornerback.
Right. Neither guy saw that one, and now it's 4th down and 10. So 4th and 10 with 3:40 to go, and they're going to come on to punt. This is the actual first time they're punting because they went for it on 4th down last time and did not convert. Is it Guthis? Yep, Guthis back deep to kick. And for Westfield.
And Bethlehem's going to call timeout.
So a timeout called by.
They didn't have enough people on the field.
Bethlehem Christian.
It was like they only had 10 on the field.
Eugh. So we'll take a quick timeout with them, with Westfield and Bethlehem knotted up at 0 here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
And we're back here at Bethlehem Christian Academy, where the Hornets and the Knights are knotted up at 0 here, about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter, this Flint Energy's first quarter. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you to Phil Brandon, Ford of Perry, for their sponsorship of this broadcast. So Guthis will kick it away. And fair catch called, and off the chest and recovered. He didn't really give him a whole lot of room there, to be honest with you. The official, though, not going to make the call.
There is no protective halo.
Yeah.
As long as you don't touch him, it's legal.
You got to catch that.
So Westfield, again, that is the 4th special teams turnover in the last 5 quarters for the Hornets. And now the Knights set up with 1st and 10 at the Westfield 20-yard line.
Yep.
That's rough.
Your defense just got a good stop. Feeling good about getting the ball back, and then you get a mental error like that.
Hit him right off the 3, the number 3. So Guthis under center, single tailback, and they'll hand it off. And a good job coming in from the side there. Clay Walton stacked up for a short gain, maybe 2 yards?
Yeah, looks like they're going to give them a couple yards on it, but we've handled the middle pretty well. When Bethlehem's had some success with the run game, it's been to the edge for us.
Yeah, Norwood, other than that big hole he had, you're right, the defensive line has really done a good job. They've done a good job really all year long.
Yeah. Well, where we've had the issues is on the edge with contain a lot of times. And we need a good stop. We need to bow our necks right here.
They'll go in shotgun with Guthis. Linebackers creeping up, and they're going to come on the blitz. They got Guthis from behind, and he outruns him, but he is finally brought down. Looks like Fitzpatrick.
Michael Fitzpatrick.
I don't think he got anything on the carry. So.
Doesn't look like it chased him down from behind.
I'll tell you who's really impressed me this year, especially over the past few weeks, he came around in the Dublin game, Trinity Christian, was Coleman Williams.
It must have been the middle school coach he had last year that got him ready.
Well, I'll tell you, you did a good job.
No, Coleman,
he's
one of those kids. He's a sponge. So he's been taking it all in all year. And I told him back early in the season he was going to get his opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it.
Setting up the screen, but the Westfield defense had it covered, and they got to throw it away.
And
what a great job.
And there should be a flag right there for linemen down the field.
Yeah, and that's exactly what Coach Lane is trying to point to.
Yep. Number 58 was about 7 yards down the field.
Yeah, when you run that screen pass, you got to either throw it into the dirt. You can't throw it down the line of scrimmage right there because that's usually a penalty, but it is not in this case. But it was a great stop right here, and it looks like Bethlehem's going to reach for a long field goal attempt.
Yeah, so we probably want to scoot out here on this one, Brant, as Maggie Mock. You want to try to get the camera if you can, somehow get
I'm showing the people the kicker.
I hear you.
And now, boom, I'm showing them the goalpost.
Well, as much as you can. Mock's kick up, and it is no good. It is short.
Just a little bit short, but that was pretty good little kick.
Yeah, it was. It was right on line.
But that's a big stop for the Hornets, and we somewhat dodge a bullet right there. and survive that turnover.
Yeah, so far Westfield.
So no harm, no foul, because we get the ball right there on the 20-yard line where we lost it.
Yeah,
so
that's true. So they just got to
ran 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just about where it would have been anyway.
Right.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Hornets. Oddly enough, I mean, the Hornets have committed 2 personal fouls, kicked a ball out of bounds, and had a fumble, but they've not allowed any points. Defense has done a good job. So now they'll pitch it back to Smallwood. Smallwood, right side. Smallwood.
The old-fashioned toss sweep.
And he picks up Planter's first bank, 1st and 10, all the way out to the 31-yard line. Good run there from Hunter Smallwood.
Hunter showed a couple bursts of speed in the last couple weeks. He showed one in the second half at Trinity that I was like, wow, where did that come from? And he showed more and more of that here lately. Just seems like he's got a good burst. Seems like his legs are fairly fresh.
And that's crazy because he actually went out with an injury.
Yeah. Well, he's been beat up. He had some knee problems earlier in the year. He's had some shoulder problems. I keep messing with him. We're going to wrap him in bubble wrap.
He's taking the Garandall position from last year. Michael Fitzpatrick gets nowhere. They tried a little
counter.
Who was that who brought him down? That was a good tackle.
I can't tell you.
I think that's number 8, Lane Jean-Francois.
Yeah.
Aren't you impressed with my ability?
I'm glad you could see it because.
You like that? Lene Jean-Francois.
Okay.
That's how the announcer just pronounced it.
If you say so.
I think you're right.
I'm going to call him.
We're going to call it right anyway,
LJF.
Right? Yeah.
Number 8.
There you go. Come set under center, and they're going to hand it off to Smallwood, and the defense going to hold him right there. Maybe give him a yard to the 32, but not much more. It'll be 3rd down and 9 as we're winding down to the end of this first quarter.
To do what we want to, we've got to play ahead of the chains, and we can't have any negative yardage or no yardage. In this case, we've got to be in that 3rd and short to have manageable opportunities.
Yeah, it's not easy when you're in a 3rd and 9 situation when you're into the run game.
It looks like we're just going to let the clock wind down and go to the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, the clock will wind down to 0, and that'll do it on the first quarter. So after 1 quarter of play here from Bethlehem Christian, it is Westfield 0 and the Knights of Bethlehem Christian nothing. We'll be back after this here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Welcome back here. We get set for the second quarter, brought to you by Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin. Thank you to Mr. Don Spillers, Dr. Don Spillers, and his staff for their sponsorship of the second quarter all season long. Westfield coming set here on 3rd down and 9, and they'll pitch it to Smallwood. Got a hole. Hunter Smallwood's got a 1st down and more. Smallwood still on his feet, stiff-arming and going out of bounds into Bethlehem territory at the 42-yard line. Good run from Hunter Smallwood. And the Westfield Hornets are on the move.
And a nice job by our offensive line right there creating that gap for him. He didn't get touched till he was 10 yards down the field.
Yeah, that was a beautiful run there from Hunter Smallwood. I didn't start the clock, so now I'm trying to catch up on that. So 1st and 10, a Planter's first bank, 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets.
And we're going back to that double tight wing look right here. We're going to go, that's the old-fashioned belly right there.
And there's a guy you do not want to see in the open field, and that's Michael Fitzpatrick.
And that's going to be a gain of 9 right there.
Westfield getting some chunk yardage. Something they really haven't been able to do this year, so it's nice to see.
Well, I'm sure it's something a little different that the Knights really hadn't prepared for, because we haven't shown that wing T look all year. The good thing is some of these guys still should be able to run it and be able to call it from, a couple of years ago.
Right. So now they'll hand it off.
Same play three times in a row.
They're having a lot of success with it, though.
Why go away from something that's working?
Exactly. Run it until they prove they can stop it.
That's exactly right. And that's going to be a gain of like 8. So give us another first down.
It's another Planters First Bank 1st and 10 for Westfield.
It's a nice little methodical drive right here. We just got to come away with something. Because I have a feeling that if you come away with some points, then all of a sudden Bethlehem doubts themselves just a little bit.
No doubt. So now they'll pitch it.
There's the belly.
And look at Michael with the stiff arm. Now lowers his shoulder, and he gets a gain of 5 down to the 20-yard line. So Westfield just eating him up right now.
Like I said, give me 5 yards of play, and I'm good. And that was the belly again. Michael had to kick it back outside a little bit. As long as you can run it, keep going to the well.
No doubt. It's been very, very impressive.
Well, and our line is getting a little bit of a push right there. And with that belly, you get a little bit of an extra blocker over there. Now we spread it out just a hair.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll take a shot at the end zone. Fake it, little option. Pitch it out to Michael. Cuts inside the block, spins, and dives down close to the 10-yard line.
Going to be a first down. Looks like on about the 11, somewhere in there. I got a tent in my way right now. See where the official's going to spot it.
Right there at the 11, I believe.
I tell you, Westfield's doing really well right now, but all this putting the ball in the air going backwards is making my heart race a little bit.
Yeah, I know, but the old school guy in me loves that option.
I love the
takes
option.
You back to the old Nebraska triple option look.
Hey,
I know y'all are thinking Southern. I'm
a Southern guy, so I love it.
I love the option. It's just
it
makes my heart flutter just a little bit.
Judging by formation, I'm guessing we're going to run the same play to the other side.
That would
and
not
we're
be
going
a
to
bad
flip
call.
the tight end.
Been a very impressive drive for Westfield. Another Planters First Bank, 1st and 10. Now they'll pitch it.
Toss to the overside.
Yeah, flag came out here on the near side, though. That'll stop the clock here with 9:14. I'll let the thing catch up, but it was right off of the snap, the near side official.
Not sure what that could be. I mean,
it might be an offside.
It may be an offside.
The play picked up, but that's normally a dead ball, right?
No.
Well, not if there's
not if they're lined up in the neutral zone.
So let's see.
Sounds like I hear illegal formation. Yep, they're going to call an illegal formation, but I'm not sure it was.
Yeah, the official here, the line judge, threw the flag, so that'll push Westfield back. That'll negate what was, I think, about an 8-yard gain on first down, and it's going to make it 1st down and 15.
What you got to hope now is that that's not a drive killer for Westfield.
Yeah.
This penalties always hurt. It's tough, especially when you're a run-first team like Westfield is.
Yep, you don't want to get behind the chains. But I'm not sure. I'd like to see that again because I'm not real sure how it was an illegal formation.
Right. I mean, they had the required number on the line, right? It didn't have you can't have but more than 4 in the backfield. So they'll mark it back 5 yards to the 16, and it'll be 1st down and 15 for Westfield here.
Yeah, I'm still confused on that one a little bit, but it is what it is.
Yep. Whatever the referee says goes, right?
Yep.
So they'll wind the clock here.
Down to 9 minutes.
Yes.
In the half.
Cruising along here in Bethlehem. Aptly on Christmas Avenue.
Yep.
Now quickly
where a lot of people come to mail their Christmas cards.
I bet. Handoff goes to Smallwood, trying to bounce it outside. Hunter Smallwood will drive, and he will be brought down.
Looks like he stepped out.
Just short of the
right
first
around
down.
the 5.
Yeah, they'll mark him at the 4-yard line there. So it'll be second down and what, about?
Yeah, it's going to be second and probably 3, 4.
Oh, actually, I gave him the no, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a
second
long
and 3.
Yeah, going to be a long 3, I would have guessed.
So that's a 3-yard run.
No, that was actually about
I'm sorry, a 12.
9, yeah.
12-yard
run.
a lot more than 3 yards on that play.
It'd be second and 3. It was a 12-yard run. There we go.
Yeah.
My math.
I'm proud of you.
15 minus 3 is 12,
You
right?
want a history teacher to start doing your math for you.
Exactly, yeah, that would not be good. So they'll come set, second down and 3 at the 5-yard line. They'll give it off. Smallwood tries to cut up the middle, and the Bethlehem defense was all over that. No gain. You go 4-down territory here?
I would take
it depends.
the points. I would take the points.
Yeah, it
as
depends.
well as your defense is playing right now?
Yeah, it depends on how. If you don't get anything right here, if you're 4th and 4, you kick the field goal. If you're 4th and 1,
go for it.
I just got to think you got to go for it. Because worst case scenario, you put them in a
98
deep hole.
yards to go.
Yeah.
Brent.
Yes. Hello.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
This camera, I
go back
put
with the belly right here.
Yeah, there you go. Michael Fitzpatrick cuts up the middle. He's going to be short of the goal line,
but
but
be close to the first down.
yeah, I mean, he is right at the sticks.
I think that far side official is marking him just past it.
I don't.
I'm not sure. It looked like
No,
he
Fourth
was sure
down.
he walked
It's going
in.
to be 4th down and right at a yard. I go back with the belly.
Yeah, I mean, it's worked.
Yeah.
I'd try that quarterback sneak again as well as it worked last time.
Yeah, it's just tough to do that down on the goal line.
It is.
Yeah, I mean,
They're all gonna be
because
bunched
you know
in
they're
there.
going to be in the gaps.
So 4th and 1 at the 2-yard line. They can get a first down. They do not have to score here. And we got a timeout called by Bethlehem.
Bethlehem calls timeout. We did go back with a quarterback sneak.
So that is a timeout called by the Hornets.
No, by the
by
Knights.
Bethlehem, I'm sorry.
Bethlehem.
So Bethlehem takes a timeout here. That's their second.
Yeah, you'd be pretty impressed if you got my Christmas card from postmarked from Bethlehem.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty cool, I got to say.
Yeah.
That would be pretty neat. That would be really cool. So Westfield, oh, man, I did not stop the clock. I'm having all sorts of trouble with this thing, Brett. Now I got kids bouncing around, stomping.
Yeah,
that's real nice of them.
They put us here in the student section.
Yeah, that's always nice.
Yeah.
Always nice. 7:24 on the clock here in the second quarter. 4th down and 1 for Westfield.
Been a really impressive drive. I'm not real sure how many plays we've run, but in the end, you got to get some points out of it. But if nothing else, it's been a very impressive drive by our running backs and our offensive line. They need to take it right here and go ahead and impose a little bit of will.
Yeah.
And put the thing in the end zone.
Agree.
Worst case scenario, you got to get that first down, and you get 4 more tries from inside the 1.
Exactly. And the way the defense has been playing, if they don't give up a personal foul, they're good.
Yeah, exactly.
So 7:24 to go in this second quarter. And this second quarter brought to you by, again, Spiller's Orthodontics.
We talk about big plays in the game. This might be one of them right here.
Oh, yeah. Early in this one, no score. And Westfield will bring
We
him
tried to
down.
run the belly, and they got penetration and going
Let's
to
see.
stop us, looks like.
Is he short? I think he
Yeah.
is. So turnover on downs for Westfield at the 2-yard line. They could not get that yard.
Went to the well one too many times. But the good thing is now your defense is theoretically in pretty good shape.
Yeah, I mean, they missed that by half a yard there.
Yeah.
That's a shame. That was probably the best drive. Might have been the best drive they've had all season.
Yeah.
Running the football.
One of the most impressive ones.
So 7:19, and it's a turnover on downs. Bethlehem Christian will have it right there at the 1.5-yard line.
Yeah.
So Hornets, I would send Michael and Clay through those A-gaps.
Yeah, but you can't get too crazy right here. How many times have you seen, a big play right here because you're gambling trying to get the
that's true.
safety?
That's true. Looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
I feel like Westfield has blitzed more
Yeah.
often than they have not.
Well,
this
we
game.
have. Quarterback sneak just trying to create themselves a little bit of room. And quite honestly, if you're the offense at this point, you're just trying to create space for your punter.
Absolutely. Well, they gave him. They gave him more than that. They gave him 3 yards on that.
Gave him 3 on that.
Wow. That's a
Looks like the
generous
ball
spot.
is touching the 5. It's hard to tell from the angles that we've got here.
Yeah, it really is.
If it's between the 30 and the 40 on this end, we can help them out a little bit.
We got them covered. Yeah, this little 10-yard stretch, we can get it. So they'll come setting out with 2 wide receivers out, and they'll put Guthis in motion. And he'll look to throw, trying to throw a little quick out route. Ooh, boy. Catch is made, and they trip him up. Michael, great tackle as he brings him down to the 15. That was a risky throw because Sam Johnson almost broke on it.
Yeah, but it was almost
Touchdown
going to the house if Michael doesn't trip him up.
Yeah, Michael with a good tackle there. And Westfield gives up the first down. So 1st and 10, they get out of the shadow of their own goalpost. They're out here at the 16-yard line. Guthis claps, throws it out wide. Catch is made.
Like a block in the back.
That's
right
what
there.
I thought so too. And he does get positive yards to the 19 or thereabouts. Yep. So they'll give him 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7. But yeah, I agree, Chip. That looked like out there in the flat that there was a block in the back, but no call.
That's a risky play right there, throwing that bubble, that ball going behind the
I know.
Lateral.
Especially in a kind of a cool night with everything kind of damp.
When that ball gets a little bit harder than it usually is, a little bit slick.
Big risk.
Yep.
So 2nd and 7. Single back will get the handoff. And Westfield's defense was all over it. Michael Fitzpatrick.
Yep.
Wow. Good play. 3-yard loss. It'll bring up 3rd down and 10. Might have been a 4-yard loss. It's right back where
they're
it
going
was.
right back. Just a little bit behind the original line of scrimmage. So call it a loss of 4.
Big Mike, man. He came through there like a –
Yeah, Michael's played really, really well, especially on the defensive end.
I feel like – I know Michael's a baseball player, really, but this is a good outlet for all of his aggression.
Well, Michael's a good enough athlete where he's good at everything.
Right.
I mean, obviously, baseball's his love.
But he's talented.
But he is talented.
They're going to throw on the run and way out of bounds.
And we almost had that one.
Yeah, that was close to a chip champion catch.
I got it. If it comes anywhere close, I got it right here.
Oh, boy. So another 4th down coming up for Bethlehem. The Westfield defense has done an outstanding job tonight.
They have done a good job tonight, especially after that first series where we settled down a little bit.
Yeah, they've really – and offense has moved it too. They just haven't been able to put the points on the board. That's been the problem. It's 0-0.
Well, what would be nice right here is you get the possession and score because you're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's
true too.
2-for-1 kind of thing.
Guthis gets it away high, backspin kick.
Short,
very short. But a flag came in all the way. Are they going to say that he touched him? That would not be good.
No, they can't call that.
Or it could be a hold.
Yeah.
So
not sure.
Punt was down at the 34. So Westfield with great field position. And we got a hold
against the Knights.
So they can add that to the end of the kick, right?
I don't know.
Or they got a re-kick.
I mean, that would be
5 yards.
No. If you want to add that to the end of the kick or take it right there. You don't want to give them the opportunity to punt again.
Oh, yeah, because that was a very fortuitous.
Well, it was a short punt, and you also have to remember what happened on the last punt, too. So.
Yeah, that's very true. So they'll get it.
Coaches teach kids to have a short memory, but coaches don't have a short memory.
That's their job.
Yep. So really good field position right here. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
Absolutely. 1st down and 10 at the Bethlehem 25-yard line. 4:24 to go in this second quarter. No score between the Hornets and the Knights. Beckham under center. He'll roll out. Look at the pass. Got a man wide open. But he checks it down.
Missed him.
Oh, my gosh. He had Hunter Hancock with no one around, and he checked it down to the crossing receiver.
That was a bust somehow.
Oh, my. Woo, they are lucky.
Yeah.
Are the Knights. If Beckham saw that, that was a touchdown. Man alive, that was close.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It looked like the safety was trying to get over, but he was way slow, or there was a bust of some kind. I'm not real sure exactly what happened right there.
Hancock knew right off the bat.
Yeah.
He put his hand up going, nobody over here.
Yep.
So 2nd and 10, 4:18 on the clock here in the second. Probably go back to the running game this time, you would think. They will with the toss to Smallwood. He's got Fitzpatrick out in front.
Got the edge.
And he gets close to a first down.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to be a little bit short. We're going to probably be 3rd and 1, maybe 2.
Let's see where
Depends
they
on the
mark it. I
spots.
think it's 3rd and 2,
Yep.
it appears. Probably in 4-down territory here.
Well,
I know Mikey's got the leg.
Yeah.
It'd be if they know.
You've sort of set the precedent at this point.
Exactly.
I mean, but again, it depends on what kind of distance you've got on 4th down. I think earlier 4th and 1 right there, that's the right call to go for it.
Right.
I mean,
but if you get like 4th and 8 here.
Yeah, you're kicking a field goal.
So I formation again. This time Smallwood the tailback, and they'll put Spence in motion, and they'll fake it. Little option pitch out to Hunter. Smallwood's got the first down and more as he gets inside the 10 and down to the 8. And it's a Planters First Bank, 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets.
Good sportsmanship there by number 20. Who is that?
That is Chad Norwood.
Yeah, Chad Norwood. He tackled
Smallwood.
tackled Smallwood on that play and then helped him back up afterwards.
So now we're goal to goal from the 8.
I believe so. Yes, sir.
And now, obviously, you want to score, but you don't want to get in too big of a hurry to give them the football back.
So 1st and goal. A little offset eye. 2 wide receivers here to the near side. Beckham gives it off to Smallwood, left side. Smallwood driving inside the 5, and he's down to the 3.
Good hard run. We got a closed formation to the other side, and it doesn't look like they have the numbers over there. And our coaches, I think, have seen that and are going to try to attack that side a little bit.
Yeah, they really – what we noticed in that Trinity game was they did a good job of kicking out that defensive end and then running right through that gap.
Yep.
So it's a good job of walling them off there from the left tackle.
Yeah, that would either be the 6 or 7 hole that they're running into. And, what you want to do is if the defensive end widens out, you go inside of him. If he plays inside, you hook him and get to the outside.
So they'll go again.
Michael
and look at Michael.
sidesteps. Touchdown. Hornets.
That's a Westfield Hornets touchdown. And the Hornets take the lead on the touchdown from Michael Fitzpatrick. A 4-yard touchdown. And it's 6-0 Westfield with 2:12 left to go in this second quarter. Look at Brant getting tight in there. You can almost see what the grass stains on Mike.
This is his glamour shot.
That's it.
Well, I know there's not a lot of.
You said that as you bent over to get the tee.
There's not a lot of glamour with Michael.
So here comes the extra point.
Now you score the touchdown, and now you got to kick the extra point.
He's the what is that? Paul Horning.
Yep.
High snap, and they somehow get it down. What a great
job by Beckham to get it down. He wasn't sure whether to call fire or whether to put it down on the tee, and it worked itself out. And ended up with a really good kick on top of that.
So they knock it through, and with 2:12 left to go, here in the second quarter, it's Westfield 7, and the Christians of Bethlehem Academy nothing. We'll be back right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Tate was going regularly to his dentist.
Welcome back to the Christians of Bethel. I really messed that one up. The Bethlehem Christian Knights. How's that? Is that better?
Nothing but a bunch of critics up here, aren't we?
Oh, man. Brett's texting me as we speak. He said, Brant is making me sick watching on my phone.
Well, at least I'm keeping track of the ball, Brett.
Yeah.
Oh. You could really get him and say, you're here.
Yeah, I was going to say, at least you're working.
At least I'm here and not in sunny
well, actually, they're going to be catching
Florida.
They're going to be catching rain because they're going into a tropical storm, I believe.
Oh, good.
So there's the kick. And that will go into the end zone for a touchback.
That way you don't have to worry about a return.
That's it. That's the best kind if you're a special teams coach, right?
Yep.
Hey, we don't have to worry about anything. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Knights of Bethlehem Christian Academy. They trail 7-0.
2 minutes to go in the first half. If we can get a stop right here, we're going to get the ball to start the second half. That works out really well for the Hornets.
And by the way, that last touchdown was a Woodland Subdivision touchdown. I want to thank the Woodland Subdivision for their sponsorship of all Westfield touchdowns this season. Go check out that neighborhood. They're in Kathleen. And they're going to throw it on 1st down. And oh my gosh, that was a pick 6 all day. And it falls incomplete. He had Clay Walton. It almost looked like Clay Walton was running the route.
Yep.
And Clay, I think his eyes got really big.
Yeah, he did.
He saw a moment of glory forever captured digitally.
He could have run to Athens on that one if he wanted.
I think so. Yeah. I'm not sure what happened there for the Knights, but definitely some kind of miscommunication.
Yeah, that was a blown.
That's what we call a mix-up.
Yep. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10, and now they will throw it again and pressure or just a bad pass.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we deflected it or we got Braden McDaniel on that side with his long arms. I'm not sure if he deflected it or if it was just a really poor throw.
So now, quickly, 3rd down.
Yeah, now if the Hornets, you're thinking if we can get a stop, we got some time left.
You got 3 timeouts in the bag too. So you wonder if Bethlehem will just run the football here, maybe try to.
Conventional wisdom would say you would.
Right. Force them to at least use 1 timeout.
Yep.
I got to throw it backwards.
Double pass.
They got a man open, and it's going to be caught. And he cuts back, and he's off to the races. Sam Johnson spinning around, and Westfield will bring him down inside the 5, down to the 3.
You could see it coming.
That was a busted play there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Westfield could
not.
What
a change of momentum that is.
No kidding. 3rd down and 10. We talked about the keys to the game early in the broadcast, and right there, that was Westfield.
But that was a great effort by Hunter and Sam Johnson down there to trip him up, at least to give ourselves a fighting chance.
Yeah, it was underthrown. The receiver had to come back, make the catch, and he did. And then he had some speed and only 2 guys to beat. So down to 1:40 to go with the I formation behind Guthis. The tailback, Chad Norwood. And he'll get the handoff, and boom, he is hit by Coleman Williams.
Nice play by Coleman.
That's a great job right there, especially from a freshman.
Yep.
Yeah, he lost, I don't know, maybe a couple. I can't really tell. It's hard to tell from here.
He lost a couple yards. It looks like it's going to be marked, I'm going to guess on the 4, somewhere between the 3 and the 4.
Yeah, I think, they say he lost a yard, so at the 4, so 2nd and goal. Goal to go,
now
down to a minute.
Yeah. If you're a Hornet, you hope they lose track of the time.
They only got 1 timeout left.
Yep.
So Westfield hoping to keep them out.
Couple of stops right here.
They're going to look to pass, a little jump pass to the back of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. Shades of Tim Tebow.
Yep.
A little jump pass, and there's a touchdown for the Bethlehem Christian Knights. That's a shame because Sam Johnson was right there.
Yeah, just outsized him right there.
So Mock will come on for the extra point. Maggie Mock. Can't see her number because of the long hair hanging out the back.
Is it 12?
It is, yep.
12.
So Maggie Mock on for the extra point. Kick up and
good.
It is good. So with 43 seconds to go in this first half, it is Westfield and the Bethlehem Christian Knights knotted up at 7. We'll stay here. Don't forget to stay tuned for the ABE Group halftime show. Brand, I wouldn't worry about don't worry about all your tight shots, man. Just stay wide. You're making me. I'm looking up there going,
the problem is when I let it go, it does that. Listen, I have it. Now I'm letting it go.
All right, well, don't let it go.
That's the problem.
Don't let it go.
Yeah.
Don't let it go.
Hang on to it.
And you got to zoom out slow, man.
Yeah.
You got to do the dramatic. Not too hard.
I know. That's
easy.
That's as slow as it gets.
There you go. That's the ticket. Good job. So Westfield, though, how about it, Coach Champion? I mean, they were playing so well, and still, it's just a busted play.
Well,
you can't really do anything about it.
Yeah, well, you have to sort of expect something crazy in that kind of situation, especially 3rd and long. But, it is what it is. You've really dominated the first half.
Yeah.
For the most part, other than you just hadn't executed in certain spots. So you got to feel pretty decent about where we are.
So they'll kick it away. And it'll be taken there from Westfield by one of the upbacks, and they'll bring him down.
Looks like it's going to be around the 30.
Yeah,
somewhere.
Right
I'm judging by the official on this side. That's about all we can do.
We're not in a great spot.
We're at the.
So I got to believe right here we're going to probably just take a knee and
go in the half.
I guess I'm probably conservative, but I just think that's probably the prudent thing to do at this point. But Coach Lane may think something completely different and try to bust one, which is, that's okay. You run the ball, do something relatively safe, and see what happens. Because the good thing is we do get the ball to start the second half.
Oh, they got a hole if they can get around, and they could not. Good play by Bethlehem Christian as they bring him down after
game about 3 or 4.
Let's see where they mark it.
And I got a feeling that we'll just let it run down.
Yeah, they gave
at that point
2 yards, so 2nd and 8. Clock down to 15. And it's going to tick on down, and most likely, like you said,
it
Coach,
doesn't look like we're going to be able to get another play off.
We'll see.
Not unless they hurry.
Yep.
Well, they did a little pitch to Smallwood. Smallwood getting to the edge. Smallwood's got the edge, and he'll go down, and that'll do it on the first half. And your score after one half of play here from Bethlehem Christian is Westfield 7, Bethlehem Christian 7. We will take a quick break and then come back, and when we do, we will have the ABE Group halftime show with some first half thoughts, second half analysis, and more here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
On the field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Tate was going regularly.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again in my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I'm involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club, and Tri High Y, and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
Welcome into the ABE Group halftime show where Westfield and Bethlehem Christian knotted up at 7 apiece here in a very interesting first half. A first half really, Coach, that was dominated by Westfield, but then one big play from Bethlehem Christian on a little throwback double pass is the only reason they're really tied up.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have any stats in front of us, but I'm guessing that we probably doubled them up in yardage. And quite honestly, all of their yardage came on one play.
Right.
And so, if you're in the locker room right now, obviously you're not happy that you're tied at this point, but you got to feel pretty good about where we are because we dodged the bullet on the muff punt.
Yep.
then had another opportunity. We just didn't capitalize on it inside the 2 there.
Yeah.
You know, what they did against you offensively was on one gimmick
One play. Yeah, exactly.
And obviously you can get beat on those gimmick plays, but really and truly, you know, games are typically won with those that dominate the run game and can move the football consistently like we have shown we could do there in the first half. Now, obviously, you got to go put more points on the board than the other team. And the good part about it is theoretically you get the extra possession in this half by receiving the kickoff. So you got to feel decent about where you are. Obviously, you know you'd rather be up 7-0 at this point. I would say if we were up 7-0 at this point, getting the second half kick, we're probably, you know,
on the road to victory.
We're in the driver's seat.
Yeah.
But you know, obviously at 7-7 you're not that way. But you still got to feel good about what we're doing. You know, we had a good game plan coming in. Looked like, you know, we caught them off a little bit with that wing tee double tight look, and we're able to do some things. I'm sure at some point we'll go back to some of that. You know, and I'm sure the coaches have some more tricks up their sleeve. But quite honestly, we've run the ball really well.
Yeah, I mean, it's been really, I think Coach Lane, we keep talking about the Trinity game, but I think he's really figured out the mix and match of Michael Fitzpatrick, Hunter Smallwood. Neither of them are blazers by any means. Smallwood, the faster of the two, but Michael's such a bruiser, and no matter what, he's going to hit you, whether he's at fullback or he's at running back. He's going to deliver the pain.
And do what your personnel says you can do.
Right.
And I think they figured that out. And, you know, like we talked about before the game, that just takes time to figure out. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, coaches have their systems, and Coach Lane's is a little bit more spread-oriented than we've had in the past. And that's what we tried to do to begin with. And we still got elements of that in there. But, you know, to me, a good coach isn't set on one thing and can adapt and adjust to whatever the personnel has.
Right.
I mean, obviously, if, you know, this is college football where you can go recruit, you know, the
get
players
your guy,
you need, then your whole system's in. But you take, you know, a good example is Georgia Tech probably. They're struggling big time this year, but they don't have the personnel they need to run what their coaches want to do right now.
Right. Yeah.
4 years from now, they may be in pretty good shape.
You never know.
Yeah, you don't know.
I mean, but right now
we can't recruit like that, so we have what we have, and you know our coaches have to adapt, and you know, and quite honestly, most of the coaches in our league do that pretty well. And you know our coaches have figured it out, and it just takes time, and that's what people don't understand. And you know, like we talked about before the game, you know, people in today's day and time don't have patience when everything is
instantaneous.
You know, when
as
we
I check my watch.
Yeah, as we get information on our phone, you know, almost immediately, you know, we want stuff to happen right away, and it just doesn't do that, you know. And you know, I get the opportunity to coach the middle school team, so we preached about it. We're not worried about results. We're worried about the process of getting kids better. You know, I hate that term process, I guess, because that's probably more overused than anything.
Yeah.
But it really is, and it takes time to teach the kids. You know, it takes time to develop them and to figure out what works best for you and for your program. And you can see it's taking time for that to happen for us, but now we're starting to see that.
Yeah, you're starting to see the fruits of the labor, so to speak, because, you know, I mean, nobody can deny the first half of the season, it was rough. It was rough, but you were playing, like you've said, Coach, you started off with a storm. You know, you had a very tough schedule to start.
You started off even with a Terrell team that's a really good double-A football team.
Runners up in the state.
Yeah, runners up, and then you go to your rivals in Deerfield and Southland. It doesn't matter who's what, when, where, how.
Exactly.
You know, that's always tough. And then you get John Millage, who's traditionally always up there, and then you got Frederica. I mean, you know, it was one right after the other, and we knew that. But you know, now, you know, we're in the mix a little bit, but we're also improving dramatically. I honestly would love to see us go back and play some of those guys, you know, again, because I think it would be completely different. And, you know, those of us who've seen them all year can tell how this team's evolved from the beginning of the year. Now, the crazy thing is we're right here toward the tail end of the season, but again, it takes time.
But that's what you want, honestly. A lot of times you want to peak at the end of the season so you're playing your best football, you know, when it matters.
They don't hand any trophies out week one
That's
or two.
true. I mean, We can talk baseball all day. Look at the Atlanta Braves. They're the best regular season team of all time.
Yeah.
But when you coast into the playoffs,
Let's don't talk about
I
that.
know.
Let's don't talk
Still
about
hurts,
that.
doesn't it? But yeah, I mean, overall, a great first half for Westfield. They moved the ball really well. Brant, you're joining us now. In the first half, we talked a little bit. Running the football, Westfield did a fantastic job. But right now, just one big play is really what's kind of kept Bethlehem in it.
Yeah, absolutely. Defensively, Westfield's played really, really well. They just, like you said, gave up that one play, and it led to a touchdown for Bethlehem Christian. But other than that, the defense has played really well. Offense has had its opportunities, just come up short a couple of times, and it seems like the dam really burst there at the end, and they were able to get that touchdown and go up 7-0. Unfortunately, Bethlehem Christian was able to tie it, but hopefully Westfield can come out. They get the ball to start the second half, so maybe they can come out and make a really strong showing to start and really get the momentum on their side.
Well, that's the thing is you just got to carry the momentum and do the things that are working real well for you. And you still have to maintain a little bit of balance along the way. But, the run game has looked really good. And to me, football lore is that if you run the team that runs the ball the best usually wins football games.
Yeah, run the ball, play defense.
Especially in a game like this.
And, it's hard to win on gimmick plays.
Yeah, I mean, we saw it. You actually called it, Coach. You saw as soon as they threw that pass backwards, you said, here comes a double pass.
Yep, well.
And Hunter almost got back in time, but just.
The only reason I can say that is because yesterday in the middle school game we ran a double pass 2 different times. We ran a throwback to the quarterback. We ran the hook and ladder. So we emptied the playbook yesterday.
So you got an eye for those
I
plays,
I know when those things are coming.
Yeah.
And you see that first pass go backwards like that, you almost know that's coming.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate because the pass was underthrown. The receiver did a good job coming back, and then he just very elusive in the open
Give
field.
them credit. They executed it.
Absolutely. So that's really the difference so far in this one. We don't have any first half stats. All we can tell you was it was really a dominant first half for Westfield offensively. Defensively, they did a good job, forced a lot of 3-and-outs. They did not force a turnover. They've turned them over on downs, I believe, twice.
Yeah, both inside the I believe both inside the 25.
Right. So they did a good job there. And they forced Bethlehem Christian to miss a field goal after the muff punt. So they've done their job. It's just one play, and it was about a 60-something yard play that really is the difference in this game, making it 7-7. So really, if you're Westfield, continue to do what you do, and I think you'll be okay. So we'll
just got to execute.
Just got to execute. That's it, and don't turn the football over. That's the key. Only one turnover there in that first half. So we'll take a break from this ABE Group halftime show, and then when we come back, we should be getting close to the second half as you are watching Hornet football here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Field, a successful outcome is the ultimate goal for every team. At Houston Healthcare, our team of healthcare professionals is also dedicated to providing successful outcomes to the patients we serve each and every day. From Houston Medical Center, Perry Hospital, or one of our 3 med stops to the sidelines and locker rooms of our high school athletes, our team is focused on providing quality healthcare that leads to successful outcomes for the patients we serve. Houston Healthcare, advanced medical care closer to home. On the field,
our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative, and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Westfield is a challenging environment.
It's a Christian school, it's a Christian environment.
And it provides students with great opportunities.
Definitely all the teachers, they prepare you for college, they help you with some problems that they'll give you some real life experiences that will help you with college.
Every teacher that I have in any of my classes is always telling us that they're here after school. They're always willing to answer any questions we might have.
Westfield is a harder school, but it challenges you and it gets you ready for college.
And I think Westfield gave me such a great Christian environment that I can actually have the freedom to express my faith.
Westfield provides a lot of great opportunities for students to learn and for students to grow and for students to learn more about themselves.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
At Westfield, we have different clubs that you can be in. You can choose between a variety of clubs. There's culinary arts, there's Key Club, there's Green Team, there's Tri High Y.
I'm currently involved in theatrical productions at Westfield. I am involved with the school's One Act and several plays like Prayer Club and Tri High Y and Key Club, and I also dance.
For Christmas, we decorated Christmas trees and we decorated door decorations for the nursing homes here in Perry. And we have also, I've gone and cleaned up some of the parks around Perry. Community service is definitely valued at Westfield.
The Middle Georgia Sports Network is excited to bring to you another year of live prep sports action. Whether it's on the gridiron, the diamond, or the hardwood, MGSN has you covered. For the past 7 years, we have been there for region championships, state championships, and everything in between. We look forward to another 7 years of coverage, as you can always count on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I pulled a Brett Taylor, went back from a commercial break in a millisecond. But Westfield is at halftime. They trail, 7-7 is your score as we go to the third quarter.
Your math ain't real good.
I'm having all sorts of problems. It's the ability to balance all these things is not my forte. But it'll be the third quarter, and this is the Woodland Subdivision third quarter. Go check out the Woodland Subdivision, as that is out in Kathleen, out near Veterans High School. Good neighborhood, and so if you're in the market to buy, go check them out. I want to thank them for their sponsorship of the third quarter all season long, as it will be Westfield football to start this third quarter. They will get the ball, and they are tied 7-7, and really, like we talked about in the halftime show, it's just do more of the same. I mean, really, that's all you need to do if you're Westfield.
Yeah, I mean, what you've been doing has worked for the most part. You just got to get rid of a couple of little bugaboos there, and you got to finish the things off. You got to convert that fourth down inside the 2. You've got to hit that receiver that got left uncovered.
Yes, good point.
You got to be wary of those little gimmicks things. And you just got to play good, solid football.
Oh, and they started the clock back.
It's that add-on 3 minutes, which I've never really understood.
Right.
That.
If you have 20, why?
Well, it's a National Federation rule for some reason. A couple of years ago, they added an extra 3 minutes on. You got to be out by the end of the 20, and then you get an extra 3 to warm up. I'm not real sure why that is. And I guess somebody a whole lot smarter than me somewhere along the line thought that would be good. I'd say that's the big deal. Make it 23.
Exactly. Yeah, for real. So, but they will be
have them out by 17, and
at
the end of the 20-minute mark, play ball.
So, Coach Champion, I know you'll be heading back to Perry tonight, and then you'll be coming right back this way. Tomorrow afternoon to get ready for the Georgia-Kentucky game?
Yeah.
Right?
Hadn't really figured out our plans yet on that one a little bit because got to go back and play athletic director a little bit tomorrow morning.
I hear you.
And then I'm not sure if Leanne's going to make the trip with us. She saw the weather forecast, and
it does not look good.
I'm not real sure she's going to brave the elements, but I think Claire's going to brave the elements with me, and we'll probably go up and get wet and be cold, and but have a little fun watching the dogs. Hopefully it's a little bit better outcome than last week, but caught a lot of grief this week from some of my other friends, and it is what it is. I guess people are jealous because we've had a little success over the years.
Yeah, it was not the best game there for your guys, but I mean, it happened.
Well,
right?
But it's just like I tell everybody, they're still, we talk about it in high school football. They're 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids.
Yeah.
And there's those kids, they're still 18 to 22-year-old guys out there playing football. They're going to make mistakes, and they're not going to show up and play sometimes.
That's true.
That's part of it. And, I guess that's the thrill of being a fan or the agony of being a fan. And
I think it's the agony, unfortunately.
Well, for the most games like that, yes. But that's, to me, that's the fun part of sports. People act like, people been out of shape when kids make mistakes in games. It's not like they're trying to make mistakes.
Right.
It just happens. Turnovers and that kind of stuff. No, you don't want them to have them, but it's not like the kid thought to themselves, let me fumble this ball,
true.
Kind of thing. So, but it's part of the game of sports. I guess that's why we love it so much. I'm not real sure why coaches put our livelihoods in the hands of those kids, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
It does make you nervous, right?
But but the opportunity to make a difference in a kid's lives, that's what matters. I always tell people, when kids come back, years after they graduate and tell you how much they appreciate it, that's
makes it all worth it.
To me, that's when it's worth it. So,
well, good. Well, we're set for second half action. There's the Swanson Restaurant kickoff, and it's taken at the 25-yard line. Connor Shelton up across the 35. And he is brought down there at the, see if this near side official can get to the spot. And
looks
it is
like
at the
it's gonna be
35.
about 35, yep.
So decent field position for Westfield here.
Finally.
Yeah.
Other than the one short punt that they had in the first half, we've really been starting from way back.
First down and 10.
Mr. Daughtry.
Hello.
Go a little down. There you go, my friend.
Is that good?
That's good.
Where's your scoreboard?
Uh-oh. Good call. I'm throwing stones in a glass house, huh?
Yep.
How about that?
Little jet sweep action right here to Hunter Spence.
Yep, and Spence, not a whole lot there.
Yep.
Maybe gets a yard.
Strung it out pretty good right there.
Hunter Spence. And Chandler Cavaretto in.
Just a little bit different look to show the Knights to begin the second half. It looked like he had a little crease, but it closed really quick.
I don't know why it's not showing up, Brent. That's weird.
Well, I certainly don't.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's all right. At least the broadcast is on,
that's
right?
All right, yeah.
It's 11:18 left to go and running in the third quarter, and it's tied 7-7. Second down and 3.
And we're back in the I formation.
Second down and 9, actually.
So they'll scroll out Beckham, and he's going to get sacked.
Yep.
And nowhere to go.
Looked like that either defensive end or outside linebacker on that side had good pressure right there. And now all of a sudden you're way behind the chains, and that's not where you want to be.
No, that's not a good situation there for Westfield. Hopefully they can get out of it here and try to figure out what to do.
We're trying to figure it out, folks.
Yeah, I'm sitting here looking. Brett said something about a red arrow. I'm not seeing a red arrow. So,
well, looks like we're going to be in a trips look out of the gun right here, third and forever, seems like. I'm going to roll to.
Oh, what a catch.
Nice catch.
But he's still well short of the first.
Yep. Did he
stay in bounds?
I guess they're saying he will drop the ball, which he did drop it. I thought he was out of bounds before he dropped the ball. So it's going to be 4th down and
24
and
a long way
back to Monroe.
Yeah, exactly. So
it looks like Michael's going to be back in punting formation.
Yeah, they're going to have to kick it away here.
Yeah.
And they get it away. What a kick by Michael. But it is angled, and
actually
it will go.
worked out. That worked out really well. We got a nice little kick.
But I'm going to say it went out of bounds right about the 50.
Yep. A little low line drive punt, but got a little bit of bounce. That wasn't exactly what we were looking for there to start the.
No, not at all. It was rough.
But you can't get behind the chains, and that's the tough spot right there. Is you get that sack, and then all of a sudden you're in an obvious throwing situation, and that's not where we're at our best.
Right. Yeah, it's not been the best situation there for Westfield, but they'll figure it out. They'll get it going, and hopefully I figure this part out too.
Yeah. Well, and Knights take over just on their side of the 50-yard line.
It's at the 49, 1st and 10.
We show a little blitz.
And a catch made there at the 45. Cuts back on his feet, still on his feet. Blocking the back, no call. And he's off to the races down the near sideline, out of bounds finally. No, there is a flag.
Yep.
They got it.
Yeah. We can say you almost have to get that one because that sprung it.
So that's going to come back.
Yeah, I didn't see I was looking at the line judge over here to throw the flag, and he didn't. I guess it was the center judge that threw it.
Yeah, I saw it. It was just
yeah.
Said it was a little.
Yeah. He said going to pass interference, but I think they mean blocking the back.
Yeah, that was
still going to be close to a 1st down for the Knights because it's going to be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's going to be maybe 2nd down or 1st down. 1st down and 1, 2. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, 1st and 2.
Yeah.
That's very weird.
Yep.
So 1st and 2.
We've got to be able to get pressure on that pass.
And the pass is tipped, and it's complete to number 52, Eli Parker, and he'll go out of bounds. That's an odd play.
Yep.
Not often you see somebody wearing 52 catch a pass.
Well, and a lot of people don't know that in the GISA there is no number rules. So it makes it difficult on officials, especially we talked about in the first half, to call that illegal man downfield. But it also gives you some of those 52s out there running pass routes.
Right.
And part of the reason for that is we have so many kids that double up and play both sides of the football. It's hard to get specific numbers on those guys.
That's true too.
Fumble.
Fumbled snap.
Who's got it?
Nope. Yeah, it looked like the quarterback covered it back up.
Yeah. That may be the reason why they're in the shotgun a lot.
That's true. Maybe not the best at the.
Well, but to me, that's one of those things you got to practice both. You've got to be able to get under center.
Yeah, you got to be able
to do it.
But
that's just a pet peeve of mine. I've harped on it all night. I got to stop on that one.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2nd and a long 11. We might call it 12 for the Knights.
And I finally got the situation resolved. How about that? Took me long enough, but I got it.
Tech guru of the night.
Let me tell you. Play with somebody, you'll figure it out. Pass to the corner of the end zone. Got a man there and incomplete.
Yeah. That's a tough catch. Ball was almost thrown directly over his head running that flag route there. Looks like we blew a coverage that time because we didn't have anybody anywhere close to him.
Yeah, Guthis, it's a little bit of a problem. He overthrows a few of his receivers, especially on the deep routes.
But on that ball, you've got to throw to one side or the other of him. You can't throw it directly over his head.
Yeah.
He's having to do a Willie Mays Hayes kind of catch.
Willie Mays Hayes.
And it's tough.
So 3rd and 11 here at the 20-yard line. They're going to fake the handoff. Got pressure in his face, going to throw, and it's going to be caught. And it is number 52. He's stacked up, brought down, loses the football. They said he was down.
Blew the whistle.
Ooh, wow. That's unlucky for Westfield. I'm surprised they blew that whistle. I don't think he was down.
And there's a flag down, too, over there, it looks like.
Pass was complete to Eli Parker. Was it?
Yeah, there's a flag over there right on the sideline.
So see what the referee says here. That was a 3rd down and 11 play. He picked up about 7, an eligible man downfield. So that'll negate that play. You got to think you're going to take that if you're Coach Lane, because 4th and about 5.
Hey, that's a tough decision.
Or 3rd and 16. I would take it because you're in the field goal range.
I think you have to take that penalty. Coach Lane's not happy about the fact that it was ruled. He was ruled down.
Right. I mean, he was laying on the defender. So
when we get instant replay on that.
Yeah, I would if I was better at it.
Coach's challenge there.
There was one game we had last year where we did run instant replay, and I don't know why we don't anymore.
Yeah, that's never a good thing.
Yeah,
you'll have to talk to Brad about that one.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, it also opens us up to people wanting to see the scoreboard.
We actually declined the penalty.
Really?
Well, part of it is, well, I guess they're ruling it as an incomplete pass. I'm not sure.
No?
No. Okay. They're moving the sticks now, so it's going to be 4th and 8, I guess.
I don't like that call, Chip.
I don't know. That's one of those. Depends on what happens here.
Yeah, exactly. It's easy to be the Monday morning quarterback or whatever.
They're going to go for it right here.
A little bit too long for a field goal.
Yeah, I would think so.
Now they're going to take a timeout, or
this
what
looks
are they
like
doing
they
here?
may try a pooch punt.
Yeah, something.
A pooch punt on the 16?
No.
No, they're going.
Well, I don't know. They got kids lined up awful deep. I'd watch for something really screwy here.
I don't think I've ever seen a
pooch punt inside the 20 in the red zone.
Hey, listen, you do what you have to do, man.
No,
it might also just be a wildcat formation.
It's really.
Yeah, this is a wildcat.
Oh, boy. And they bring him down, and he's got the first down.
No. Well, I don't know.
I think he does.
And he's brought down by number 62. That is Miller.
Cole Miller on the tackle. Westfield's pointing like they held him. They put the ball in the hands of their quickest player.
Yeah.
Let's see. You might want to scroll down just a little bit there, bud.
Yeah.
There we go. Got the graphic. So let's see.
It's going to be
gonna bring out the chains.
Ever important measurement right here.
Official timeout.
So official timeout. They're going to bring out the chains to measure very close, either a turnover on downs or it's
first and goal.
First and goal.
Yeah. You know, we've been, as athletic directors, we've been told that there's fixing to be a major shortage of officials. And
there's plenty in the stands.
Well, there is. But reality is the guys that do it, there's just not a lot getting into it, and the older ones are getting out of it, and we're going to be really facing a shortage to the point that we're going to be moving games to Thursday nights and Saturdays.
Wow.
Because there's not going to be enough officials to cover games.
Wow. Well.
And as the athletic director, from what I gather, the cost of officials, I guess the supply and demand is fixing to catch up to us a little bit. So that's why, you know, obviously I tell officials I'm just glad when they show up, because then it gives our people somebody else to yell at.
There you go. Well, they turned it over on downs right there.
Yep, we came up, stopped them just a couple inches to the good.
So Westfield gets it back here, and they're going to run. And
Michael Fitzpatrick
still
breaks
on his
out.
feet. There he goes. Michael Fitzpatrick on the run. Big Mike across the 50. Stiff arming.
Got
Still
that
going.
ball, young man.
Still going. And he's down inside the 25. for a
Rumbling and
big
stumbling and stiff arming.
No kidding.
Somebody get that young man an oxygen
I was
mask.
going to say, give him a break, Coach.
Yeah.
Give him a play.
Man, that was from the 10-yard line or so down to the
25. So you're talking about
40 plus 25,
70,
65 yards.
65 yards.
That's got to be close to a career long, I would think.
And the Bethlehem coaches are over here yelling, take him low. Take him
Yeah,
low.
you do not go high on Mikey.
No.
So that's a Planters First Bank, 1st and 10 for Westfield.
My guess is you're going to see Belly back to this side.
That's a big momentum shifter right there
Yep.
from Michael.
Yep.
Now they'll pitch it, and up the middle goes Smallwood, and
Smallwood with a good cut right there and a good solid gain of 5.
Tell you, Hunter Smallwood, he danced around, found a hole, came through it, stutter stepped a little bit, and then just lowered his shoulder and ran as fast as he could.
Yep.
Yeah, he put that foot in the dirt, made his mind up, and just went straight up the middle.
Yep.
Hunter's got good speed, and he's got some power.
If you can get going that fast, you'll create a collision.
Yeah.
And if you get lucky, you'll win it.
It's for him, it's about getting him going.
Right.
You ever get him going, he's tough to stop.
Now they'll pitch it back to Shelton. A little speed action here. Shelton tripped up just short of the first down.
Yep, going to be a couple
About 2
yards short.
Be 3rd and 2.
But this is a manageable.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
The series before we were 3rd and 28 or whatever
it
was.
Exactly.
And,
Well, right there, I think you saw Shelton because of that long run from Mikey. He's definitely still getting his breath.
Yeah, giving him some time to – but he's back in the game now, and my guess is he's probably going to get the football.
Line up in that.
Either that or he's going to be a blocker for Hunter right here.
And they'll pitch it to Hunter. Hunter goes down, but he's got enough for the first down.
Looks
It's the
like
Planters First Bank, 1st and 10.
Yep.
So he gets up to the 10 or 15-yard line.
First down.
Good job by Hunter Smallwood picking up the first down. It's 1st and 10 for Westfield on that Planters First Bank, 1st and 10. We'll start the clock back and wind it here with 6:39 to go in this third quarter, this Woodland Subdivision third quarter.
Yeah, another nice methodical drive by the Hornets. Just need to keep the push going by our big uglies up front.
Yeah, they've done a great job tonight opening up holes. Same formation again. They'll put Fitzpatrick in motion. He's trying to get to the edge on the far side. He gets around the corner.
Runs over.
He didn't have the football, though.
Looks like he fumbled it out. May have fumbled it out of bounds, but still going to gain almost 6 on the play.
Yeah, he's
down inside the 10.
So
Almost, I guess, closer to the 8.
Yeah, about the 8-yard line. It's going to be 2nd out and 3 after the 7-yard pickup.
So we've gone inside with the belly, then gone outside with the sweep. I mean, I think it's pretty clear what the plan of attack is for the Hornets here in the second half.
No doubt. They just want to work them in the run game.
Yep.
Which leads me to believe not in this situation. In this situation, probably not going to because the field is shortened, but you could hit them on a big play.
Yeah.
With the passing game. But no, they are going to throw it. And, oh, boy, he is lucky he didn't fumble.
Yeah, that was almost really dangerous.
He did fumble?
No, I thought he held on to the ball because
he had that arm, and I think the official's going to give it to him.
No, we're gonna say he was down, 3rd down.
Even if it was, I feel like his arm was coming forward as he was getting hit, so otherwise it would be an incomplete pass.
They're talking about it.
Yep.
Okay, they are going to say incomplete pass.
So, yeah, incomplete.
Yep.
And the clock's still running for some reason.
Well, because nobody's really sure yet what they're.
I'll run it with them until they tell me to stop. That's a big break for Westfield.
Yeah, it is. It is.
That's a huge break for Westfield. I mean, otherwise they would have the ball.
All right, now the officials have figured out that the clock was running.
Yeah. I mean, that right there is a 15-yard difference. It could be 3rd down and 15, but instead it's 3rd and 3.
Yeah. And they're going to put some time back on the clock.
It should be about 550 something.
Yeah.
Ooh, Brent, you're making me sick, buddy.
Yeah, I was trying to.
Just stay wide, man. Just stay wide. You can see everything when you're
I don't
wide.
want to just stay wide.
Yeah, but then you can't. You're getting so close, you can't see anything.
556.
Oh,
They're going to put back
Keep the
on
focus
the clock.
shot.
Oh, boy.
I'm trying to keep them high, so.
But that's a big break because that was going to be the difference either in a
There we go.
fumble or
Keep 'em
a
there.
third
Keep 'em there,
and 15, and now we're 3rd and 3.
Yeah, I mean, that is a huge break for Westfield. And they're going to run
Hunter
it.
Smallwood with
Look
a
at him
huge
driving.
drive.
First
inside
down.
The 4. It's going to be close.
I mean, that is right at the sticks. Let's see.
Here's that quarterback sneak.
I mean, that's close.
Yeah, I think we're
Now
going
they're
to get a
gonna stop
measurement.
it.
At this
Stop
point,
it.
Back to 336. What are the
Yeah.
odds of that?
No kidding. Right back where it was. I mean, it's really close.
Yeah,
it looks
it's
like
hard
it's
to
right past the 5-yard line.
It's hard to see. I'm gonna say that we got it.
It looks like it because
Maybe
it's closer
wishful
to the
thinking.
4.
Yeah, but I'm not. It's hard to see the sticks from over here. No matter what, though, I think if it's 4th down, I think you have to go for it.
Yeah.
You ready for this dramatic angle?
Let's see it.
And timeout for the measurement.
Now the official's going to get in your way, and it ain't going to matter.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Let's see. Nope.
down.
He got
He
it.
got it.
By the nose of a
First down.
football. 1st and goal.
That's 2 big measurements that have gone the Hornets' way.
Yeah, exactly. And both have been inside the 10-yard
Yep.
line on the opposite ends of the field. So Westfield gets a Planters First Bank 1st and goal here at the Bethlehem Christian 4-yard line.
Now we've got to execute and finish this thing off.
Yeah.
See if we can get us a Woodland Subdivision touchdown.
First down at 10 for the Hornets. First and goal from the 5.
On a wing tee, pitch to Michael. Michael cuts inside. Michael Fitzpatrick is in the end zone for
touchdown.
a Woodland Subdivision touchdown for the Westfield Hornets. And it's 13-7. Westfield leads. Big Mike with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
Yep. And relatively untouched in there. The offensive line, you got to give them some credit because they're getting a push off those tackles, and we're able to run that belly over and over and over again with some success.
Yeah, that was a easy run for Big Mike there. And now the extra point on the way. It is up, and it is,
and that's
goodness gracious, wide to the right and into the parking lot.
We're going to get a roughing the
Yep,
kicker
we're gonna
penalty
get a
as
roughing
well.
Wow, so they'll get the re-kick, right? Man, that's frustrating if you're Bethlehem Christian there. They're all running off the field. I don't think they realize.
We want to retry.
Yep.
It.
Did he miss that kick?
Yeah, he did.
I thought he made it through.
Nope, it was wide to the right.
Huh.
So.
Well, definitely you would take the re-kick.
Yeah.
Said it was no good. Yeah, they're going to have to.
Yeah.
Or do you go for 2? Oh, put it at the 1.5?
Kick it.
Kick it.
Kick it.
Penalty flag, roughing the kicker.
So it is a roughing the kicker penalty.
But if I'm Beck Beckham and Michael Fitzpatrick, I'm going to have a little conversation with my offensive line up there a little bit. You got to hold them just a little bit longer there, guys.
Yeah.
So I don't get killed.
No kidding.
And the Hornets will re-kick.
Takes a lot to take down Michael Fitzpatrick, but if he's standing on one leg and not moving at all.
Well, and obviously so.
Trying to sell it, too.
It's obviously that's a real dangerous deal right there.
Vulnerable. So now the 2nd attempt is up, and this one is good. So he gets
through the parking lot.
Yeah, the redemption, and it is good. And Westfield leads here 14-7 with 5:20 to go in this 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick break as you are watching Westfield Hornet football right here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
Going regularly to his dentist. Our family dentist just mentioned that he had a severe underbite and he could require surgery in the future. We immediately made an appointment with Spiller's Orthodontics. They brought up Invisalign. Dr. Spillers was very informative and all of the staff was very helpful and knowledgeable. Anybody who thinks that their child is too young to use Invisalign, they're wrong. I mean, if you can prevent any kind of surgical procedure for your child, wouldn't you want to do it too?
Spillers Orthodontics, where great smiles begin.
Welcome back here as we have the Westfield Hornets in front, 14-7 on Michael Fitzpatrick's 2nd touchdown run of the night. and caps off a long, 90-yard drive?
90-plus yard drive.
with-
I'm guessing it's about 95 yards.
With 65 of those yards coming on one play.
But that's our second really impressive drive of the night. Just the first one, we just didn't finish.
Right, exactly. So now we're set for the Swanson Restaurant kickoff, and here comes Michael Fitzpatrick to kick it away. Been Mr. Everything tonight, and he booms this one deep, and it will be taken off the chest at the 1-yard line. And the Westfield special teams is down there to bring him down as he just crosses the 10 at the 13. Probably should have let that one go in the end zone.
Yeah, I've got to believe that if you're Coach Felder, you want him to just let that one go.
Yeah. I mean, he tried to keep it, and like I said, I think he was concentrating so much on keeping his foot from going in the end zone for a touchback that he kept his eye off the ball.
I wish all levels would go to the high school rule on that, on the kickoff. As soon as it breaks the plane of the goal line, below the whistle.
I'm almost to the point, to be honest with you, Chip, why don't they just do away with kickoff?
Well, that's the next step.
I mean, it's just become, especially NFL, the guys kicking it through the end zone.
It's just a formality.
Yeah.
And it's a safety thing.
It is, because you got guys running at full speed.
Yep. Especially when you get 200-plus pounders out there running in full-speed collisions.
Yeah.
It's just not it's not safe,
What are they discussing here?
Something's happened to the chains over there.
Gotcha. So
Joe, the trainer, to the rescue.
That's it. He's a jack of all trades.
Joe is a regular MacGyver when it comes to fixing
him.
stuff. He's fixed all kind of things at the school. He was working on the tub that we do ice baths in the other day. He had some contraption figured out.
There you go.
Joe is definitely the Westfield MacGyver, and I see he's pulled out something over there. He got
there he goes. Look at him. Yeah, gets the shake of a hand.
Yep.
Congratulations.
An ovation from the Westfield fans over there. He can patch up kids and he can patch up the chain.
There you go. He is MVP.
Yep.
Joe Allen.
He definitely is. Joe's a really good one. He's been a huge addition. I call him part of our coaching staff because he really does all the things that we don't want to do a lot of times. And it's so nice not to have to tape ankles and stuff like that.
So they'll hand it off. Guthis does, and a good run. Right, one of their best offensive plays in quite a while. It's a first down run. As that was Norwood as he gets out across the 25 to the 26.
So really the first time they've had success running the football.
Yeah, they haven't had a whole lot of success other than that big passing play.
They've had, that last drive, they had a couple of big passes, but on the ground, we really have done a good job.
Yeah. It's been a overall good performance for Westfield. They lead here 14-7 in this Woodland Subdivision third quarter. All this broadcast brought to you by Phil Brandon Ford of Perry. And now they'll hand it off again. Norwood, right side. This time the Westfield D all over him. Brings him down for maybe a yard gain. They'll give him a yard. It'll be second down and 9. And I'll tell you what, it's getting colder.
Yeah, I was thinking the very same thing.
Yeah, my hands are getting a little chilly, but 56 degrees is what it says here in Bethlehem.
I got to watch what I say, and I know the boss is listening tonight. He was just talking about our Joe being MacGyver, so
I got you.
So we got to watch what we say a little bit.
He is, though. He's he's
awesome.
Awesome guy. Good dude. And now they're running throw, and it is complete, as that was Jacob Adams.
Yeah, Chris Kennis coming up making a good play. And you don't mind pass plays like that where you keep everything in front. That happens.
Yeah, I mean, that was a good job. It was kind of a wobbly pass.
You just want sure tackling in that situation.
It's been a much improved defensive effort for Westfield over the last 3 weeks. They've done
no doubt,
great job.
No doubt. We've tackled better. The first couple of weeks of the season, we just didn't. Quite honestly, we just didn't tackle well.
Yeah, I mean, that Southland game, ooh, that was rough.
We don't want to say that too loud and do the announcer jinx thing, but we've done a much better job. And it's just a comfort thing, too.
Now, look at the pressure here on third down, and they throw and force the incompletion.
Yep. That's what pressure does for you right there.
Yeah.
Quarterback doesn't get a chance to set his feet and has to try to do things on a move. And in high school football, I would like to know what the percentage of completions is
pressured.
when he's having to move versus having just being able to stand there and throw the football.
Yeah, he was looking for Whiting on a little out route, but because Westfield had about 4 guys come through, he had to get rid of it early and couldn't make it.
This is sort of one of those points where you watch for something a little tricky.
Right.
Yeah.
That's very kind of playing a little bit punt safe here.
Yeah,
a good punt. Backspin. I'd get out of the way.
Yep.
And it's going to take
out of the way, Hunter.
Really a lob wedge. Didn't really have too much spin. And Westfield with good field position. 1st and 10 here at the 41. That's where they'll start this drive. Already leading 14-7 here in this third quarter. Chip champion Kenny Kofer and Brant Daughtry live from Knights Field on the campus of Bethlehem Christian Academy.
As Brett's got his feet propped up somewhere.
No, he's driving, I believe.
He's still probably got his feet propped up.
Yeah.
So if you see a silver Ford F-150 with a Georgia Southern license plate, watch out for flying sunflower seed shells. And
GSB, be on the lookout.
Exactly. Yes, absolutely.
Back to the double tight wing T look.
They're going to hand it off again and left side. And Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Michael Fitzpatrick.
Oh, Ryan.
Yeah,
I'm old school there.
You went back about 4 years.
I always received
Magic.
Brant wasn't around. Well, you didn't know that was his brother too.
Yeah,
Ryan was Michael's brother who played quarterback.
You saw the wing T. You went back to
Giles Amos.
Yeah.
Chandler Duggan. They're all here. Stuart Smith.
Gain of 6 on the play.
He kind of it's funny. You watch and all you see is just this wall of people. And then all of a sudden,
student body right, student body left.
And then you look and you're like, oh, there's number 7 back there, just kind of making his way through the pile. So 2nd and 6, or 2nd and 4, excuse me. And handoff, big hole, right side. Hunter Smallwood on the run. Hunter Smallwood's at the 10, the 5, and he goes out of bounds
at the 5.
Yep. What a run.
Yep. Great
Hunter
run.
Smallwood.
We had run that play in the first half where we went trips to one side and closed on the other and came right off tackle right there and had some success with it in the first half, and Hunter breaks that one. I think Hunter needs that oxygen now a little bit.
Yeah, got a hand on the hips there, but it's like you said, Chip, I mean, once he gets an open field, he's got some speed.
He actually ran track a couple years ago and actually ran the 400 for me and was really, really good at it. He's just got that body type. So once he gets moving, he's really, really good.
Now they'll pitch it to Michael. Michael cuts back. Michael Fitzpatrick makes it look easy, and that's a Westfield Hornet.
3 for 3 running that same play. Looks like we got,
what do we got here?
Cole Miller.
A little banged up.
A little slow coming up. I think he got drilled in the back by Michael.
Michael, he's one of those guys that he delivers the pain, and he's got that typical bruiser fullback mentality where when he does it, he looks at you on the ground as he slowly stands over.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, what were you thinking? So 20-7 is your score. Michael Fitzpatrick with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the night. Now he's on to kick the extra point.
Yep.
Looks like they're bringing in
Andrew Fowler's going to come in and take Cole's spot.
Cole Miller.
He's got to come out to play for one play because they stopped it because of the injury.
So here comes the extra point attempt. It is up, and it is
over
good.
The net and
over the cars.
Over the F-150 in the parking lot.
Now I know why I parked back that way. I'm good.
Yeah, I could have parked mine right there, and you couldn't have picked out the dents.
So the extra point is up and good, and with 2:04 left to go in this third quarter, it's been a very profitable third quarter for the Westfield Hornets.
Yeah, and you feel a lot more comfortable with a 2-score look because you know they've got some big play ability. So you feel comfortable with that 2-score look, but you got to keep your foot on the gas right here.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing is, you're playing so well, just keep going. Don't stop. Keep putting the pressure on them defensively. Don't start backing off now, playing in zone.
Well, and we talked about it at halftime that we just felt like, that other than that one play, we were
dominating.
Yeah, we just hadn't got any luck.
So Westfield up by 2 touchdowns here in this third quarter. 2 minutes, 4 seconds left And they will kick it away here with the Swanson Restaurant kickoff. Again, I want to thank Brad and his staff at the Swanson Restaurant for their sponsorship of all kickoffs here during the 2019 football season. So here comes Michael to kick it away. Yeah, let's see if he booms it yet again.
Yeah,
to
you
the
hope
end zone.
he does.
Yep. And he does boom it, and they're just going to watch that sail. Oh, it almost had a little.
It checked up, didn't it? It checked up right there on the 1.
That was almost a nice little backspin lob wedge.
Yep.
And now they'll start 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line with 2:04.
It must have been your lob wedge.
It was, not mine, or Brett. Brett's better at golf.
Mine would end up in the parking lot over there
Yeah,
somewhere.
I would have bladed it. Yeah, mine would have been way off. So it is 1st and 10 for the Knights here. Westfield will be at home next week, and they take on the Augusta Prep Cavaliers at the Hornets Nest kickoff
for the rest of the season.
How about that? You get a home game, a week off, and then a Pinewood Patriot team that's been much improved this year.
Yeah,
They're
Coach
really
Watson.
playing well.
We all know what kind of Coach Watson is. His son is now the quarterback and has grown up a lot, and they must be for real.
Yeah, they beat some good teams this year. Good friend of ours is the broadcaster for them, and he tells us they're solid.
Oh, I'm sure he does tell you.
Yeah, if you know him. He talks on the diamond, and he does.
Yep.
And that pass is incomplete, 2nd and 10. Yeah, he was actually supposed to come stay at my house this week. He was umpiring up in somewhere up here in Forsyth, but ended up just driving up from Statesboro.
Uh-huh.
But how about the softball team? They got a matchup this coming Monday, correct?
Yeah, we were supposed to have played tomorrow in the second round of the state playoffs against Trinity Christian, but Mother Nature looks like she was going to win out tomorrow, so we moved it to Monday.
So if you're in the area, come to the Hornets Nest on Monday. They're going to throw again, and look at J.B. Bearden knocking it down.
First game will start at noon on Monday. Best 2 out of 3 series, all 3 games, if necessary, will be played on Monday. And then we'll turn around because of everybody having to move games because of the storm. The semifinals will be on Wednesday. If we win, we'll play the winner of Pinewood and Valwood. If Pinewood wins, we'll host again. If Valwood wins, we'll have to travel to Valdosta to play.
Wow. Huh. That's surprising with just the way the bracket fell, I guess.
Yeah, it's just the luck of the draw.
And 3rd down and 10, they're going to throw it up, and it's going to be knocked away. The offensive player kind of had to play defense there.
You almost wish Hunter would go high point that one a little bit more because it looked like Hunter was waiting on the ball, and the offensive player was trying to make a play on it.
Yeah, he knocked it away. It's 4th down.
Hunter did a good job of knocking that thing down.
They started that series at 2:04, and it's a minute 51. Not a very efficient 13 seconds to run 3 plays.
Nope.
So now they're going to punt. Guthis will punt, and Smallwood back deep to receive. Westfield kind of just being cautious here.
Yep.
Special team making sure they don't have a big play. And, coming through and almost getting the block that time. It's a wobbly kick as they get out of the way, and they'll watch it roll. Smallwood, or
Hunter
Hancock, got a little too
out
close.
Of the way of it. Somebody came through and almost, was that Braden McDaniel?
McDaniel,
but did a really good job of avoiding the punter. He almost ran into him, which would have been disastrous.
Yes. That is not what you like to see, but he did. He stayed away and almost got the block, so it's 1st down and 10 for Westfield here with 1 minute and 41 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter.
It just seems to me that all the plays we've run on offense is starting to take a toll a little bit on the Bethlehem defense.
Yeah, they've gashed them.
I don't know how many plays we've run tonight, but I guarantee you we've run 50-plus plays.
Ooh, that would look like a little
and probably half of them have been that play right there.
Yep.
That little belly.
So that was a pickup of about 6 yards to be 2nd down and 4. Now they give him 7. So, 2nd and 3.
Yeah, long. We'll call it a long 3.
A long 3. Yep. But it's starting to wear on them.
Yeah. You can just see that they're starting to get back on their heels a little bit. And
Well, the chunk plays.
Yeah.
You know, they've got that 60-something yarder by Michael, and you had another about 50-yarder from.
Would you like to have to hit Michael and
No.
Hunter all night long?
No way. Yeah, that's going to weigh your body down.
Now we go into the eye.
And Michael's up.
And we jump off.
That the wide receiver on the far side.
So that was a flag
Trying
on
to
Westfield.
get off to a quick start. Young, energetic guy getting the opportunity. And
unfortunately gets called for the penalty.
Yep.
So 2nd and 8 now after the false start penalty. Westfield, a very big third quarter here for the Hornets.
And we've had possession almost, I would say,
Oh,
of the 12 minutes, we probably had
nine minutes.
at least. And that wears on you. I mean, over time, that just wears on you.
Now Smallwood with the football chopped down right there at the logo. And he'll still be in Westfield territory at the 49. So he picks up a gain of about 2. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
And that's probably going to be the last play.
Yeah, depending on when they started the play clock, but I think you're right.
They haven't even, it's 40 seconds now.
Oh,
so,
yeah. So, yeah, you're good. That'll be the last play.
Yeah.
The third quarter, you would think. Westfield is going to
almost reverted back to the old waiting on the official to blow the whistle and put the ball in play. It's 40 seconds now from the time that the whistle was blown for the previous play.
So we will go to the fourth quarter with the Westfield Hornets leading here 21-7. We'll be back after this on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.
I'm involved in a lot of extracurricular activities. I play football, baseball, basketball, and I run track.
I love the contact sport. I love the ability to get my feelings and aggression out throughout the hard day or hard week out at practice.
I was a part of the Westfield wrestling team when I was a freshman, and that's also the year when I played soccer. So it was been fun, and I'm going to play soccer again my senior year, and hopefully I will probably be the captain of the soccer team.
I enjoy just spending time with my teammates and getting to just rep the green and gold like everyone else has in the past.
On Thursdays, we get to go out and with the football team, and we get our chaplain out there, and he does a great job. And I think on a Thursday that's great to do because it's a day before the game, and you get to think about God and just choices in life, and that's kind of what the game of football is like.
Welcome back here as we get set for the fourth quarter. This fourth quarter is brought to you by Planters First Bank. Go check them out for all your banking needs. It's 3rd down and 6 for Westfield. And they'll hand it off. Smallwood delivers the thunder, dives close to a first down. Let's see if he got it.
It's going to be
very
a
close.
little short, I think. I think he had to get the 45-yard line.
So it'll be 4th down and about a yard.
Yeah.
Probably go for it here, you'd think?
Yeah,
they're bringing the offense back out.
Bring him.
QB sneak.
But I'm not sure. I think I've got to punt that ball.
With the lead and,
Yeah, the way the defense has been playing today.
But you got to feel confident that you can get 1 yard.
Right.
I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
And we may go with the old quarterback sneak.
Yep, sneak, and it looks like he got it.
Yep.
And that should be a Planters First Bank 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets.
It's going to be close. If we only had to get the yard line, we're good, according to the official's foot.
Yep, 1st and 10.
First down.
Good gamble there for Coach Lane. Pays off.
That's why I'm up here and Coach Lane's down there.
He trusted in the legs of Beck Beckham.
Well, and trusted in that offensive line.
Yes.
And Colby Hill and
Cole Miller.
Yeah, those guys just to get enough push. And you now see some heads dropping a little bit on the Bethlehem defensive side and some hands on the hips and that kind of thing.
They kind of knew that could have been a big momentum stop for them, and now they'll pitch it out to Smallwood. He cuts up the middle on the belly play and still bounces.
Driving.
He'll get close to
flag comes in
from somewhere.
Let's see what the penalty is. He gained about, 5 yards?
Yeah.
Out of the 42.
That's usually
Holding.
Not a good sign when it comes from there.
Yeah, probably going to be a hold. Yep, holding on the offense. Is it from the spot there?
From the spot.
It probably happened, honestly, and you can't fault Hunter Smallwood after that second effort where he kind of bounced off that first tackle. So that's going to be about first and, 17 or so?
Yeah, first 16, 17, something like that.
I think 17. That's what I'll give it. So we'll start the clock back here.
Well, the good thing is for the Hornets is the clock is running. And, and at this point, the clock is your friend. The bad part is you're now playing from behind the chains.
Right.
But you also have to understand you still have a 2-touchdown lead, and you want that clock moving.
And look at that run. Smallwood gets that back and more.
Yep. Now all of a sudden you're back in manageable situation.
And it's only second down.
Second and probably going to be around 5.
No, I think it's only about 2. I think he got down to the 39. Yeah, I think. Well, let's see.
Because we've got to get to the 35.
Yeah, you're right. So, second down and 4.
So we're on those increments of 5. I'm going to say, it's going to be a long 4.
I love, we talk about it all the time where I love how the officials have to mark it out. They can't just do the yard lines and add 5 and stuff. But I know that's their mechanics.
Yeah. Yeah.
So second and 5. Handoff goes to Fitzpatrick. Bounces and tripped up right there. It's about the only way you're going to bring the big man down. He's going to be about a yard short of the first down.
But the good thing is he stays in bounds. And the clock is still ticking, and you're in a manageable 3rd and 2. And you think unless something bad happens, you may still be in 4-down territory, and as you're milking time off the clock, there's not an opportunity for them to score.
Right. Yeah, I mean, you've killed 3 minutes or so already on this drive, and
they talk about those six-minute drives. That's really what you're looking for.
So 3rd and 1, they'll pitch it to Michael. Michael makes first man miss. Got enough for the first down. Good block there on the edge for Westfield. Was that Bearden out there on the left side?
Yeah, that was actually JB.
So that's another Planters first. 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets.
Yep.
They'll start this clock back after they set the chains.
First down and 10 for the Hornets.
The Hornets looking good up here in Bethlehem.
Make the ride back a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to drop a few Christmas cards in the mail and be on the way.
I'm not sure why
I know. I hadn't started yet.
Yeah, the clock.
There we go. All right, there we go. I'm waiting for mine to catch up here. So now they'll give it to Smallwood. Smallwood, right side. Pretty good defense that time. Stopped him after a short gain, maybe a yard. Be 2nd down and 9.
I'll be interested to see the yardage totals for Hunter and for Michael tonight. Probably a pretty impressive tandem.
Yeah, normally we're able to keep the stats.
Yeah.
But with the short crew, we had to.
You had to dip to the bottom of the talent pool.
I know. We tried everybody except a few guys up on the street in Monticello.
Our roster is great.
Stopped at the Big Chick in Monticello.
Exactly.
Nobody would.
Anybody want to call a game tonight? I guess we got to go with Chip.
We've got a big roster, but it's not very deep.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. They fired in there. Good
job.
Shot
the gap right there and sort of knew what was coming. Which is that's still okay for the Hornets. I mean, obviously you want to gain yardage, but the clock is ticking, and we've sitting here and we've already eaten 4 minutes off the clock in this quarter.
Yeah, it started actually in the 3rd quarter, I believe, this drive. So it's been a very profitable drive, even if you don't come away with points for Westfield. So 3rd and 13 after that 4-yard loss.
And theoretically, you could get close to killing half the quarter.
Mm-hmm. Because you're obviously going to run it here.
Yeah.
And then you just punt if you don't pick up the first. Heck, you may even go for it at the 35. They're going to throw it. Okay, now honestly.
Good decision.
Yeah, don't throw it away. Just take the sack.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a sack and a loss of yardage.
Yep.
But that still keeps the clock moving.
I just wish he would tuck that football a little bit more when when he sees that guy coming.
Made me nervous. I watched the Broncos and the Chiefs last night. You know who is the absolute worst holding the football? LaShawn McCoy. Holy cow, that guy holds the ball out like this.
He's always got it out like that.
It's like I went back to 2000 and was watching Michael Vick.
And when those guys on TV do it, then our
These
guys
kids want
see
to do
it.
it.
And I had to get on a middle schooler yesterday for doing that very thing.
Oh, it makes you nervous.
And I'm sure they saw it on TV somewhere.
Yeah. Well, that ball will go out of bounds. And it will be marked at the, 24? Thereabouts? Where are we at? Oh, wait, no. No, from the 15. So a good punt from Michael. Forces them back to their own 15-yard line. First down and 10. They have the ball with 6:43 to go in the fourth quarter. We've want to thank Mr. Chip Champion for joining us.
Hey, man, I enjoy this. This is fun.
You don't get yelled at, right?
Well, I'm going to get yelled at no matter what. That's okay. That's a given. But, no, it's this is fun. I enjoy doing this.
We appreciate it. We love having you.
As I tell people, I've got the face for radio.
Yeah, we do the same. And that pass completion made, and now it goes out of bounds. A little quick pass. Can't tell you the number. That's over there. I mean, they
just keep the guy in front of you. That's all you want to do at this time is you want to keep the guy in front of you.
They need to outlaw dark numbers on dark jerseys. It's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad y'all can see numbers because I can't.
I can't tonight.
Well, and they're actually
outlined in white.
If I'm not mistaken, in a couple years, the new rule goes into effect that there has to be more contrasting color on the numbers.
That would be a great thing.
Usually when you get uniform changes like that,
look at that.
They give you a couple years to
get the use out of them, basically.
Well, I mean, schools like us,
spend a lot of money on
schools can't afford to change jerseys every year.
Right, exactly.
So they usually give you a few years to
phase them out.
Yeah. But if I remember correctly, I think it actually was put in this year that I think in 2 years maybe that they've got to be more contrasting colors.
Well, I think that's a fantastic rule, personally.
Yeah.
It's so hard to see. I mean, especially gray numbers on a dark blue jersey on a cool, damp air night. They're going to throw, and it's going to be picked. Oh
no.
My gosh.
Again,
Gosh.
that was 6.
Woo! Right through his hands.
Hunter Hancock did a great job reading what was going on.
Looked like he was.
Yeah, he was already looking at the goal line.
Oh my gosh, he's telling the back judge there too. The referee's saying, "Yeah, you had that one."
you. Yeah, we know. So that's gonna bring that up third down in about 8.
Yeah, 3rd and 8 or 3rd and 7 somewhere abouts. Wow, that was close. And they'll take the snap here on 3rd down and 8. Looking
quarterback
draw.
Yeah,
a little quarterback draw, but he ran into the back of his own lineman, and Bearden brings him down. He's going to lose about 4 yards.
Got to believe that this is 4-down territory for the Knights.
You would think so. That's if he got around that, he had a first down.
He had a running lane.
But I think they're going to punt.
Yeah, looks like they're sending in the They're making mass substitutions anyway. I'm just not sure. I guess you just sort of understand that that's probably not very manageable.
Right. Not with the way they – but, shoot, you take your chances, throw it.
I think you've got
to say at this point in the game,
this
game's still within grasp.
Yeah. What difference does it make?
So they'll put punt safe here for Westfield. Spence back deep.
And it's not like they've had a lot of success.
That's a good punt.
Yeah, nice punt.
And he's just going to smartly just get out of the way, let it hit the turf.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even put anybody back. And that's marked down at the 37. Westfield with the ball, 1st and 10 with 4:51 to go in this fourth quarter. Great ball game for the Westfield Hornets tonight. Looking very good, very strong.
Yeah, we've looked like the most complete football team yet this year, I believe.
Yeah, it's been a good effort. I mean, the defense has showed signs over the past few weeks of coming around, and so does the offense, but it all finally came together tonight, I think, other than one little trick play.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that Bethlehem's done.
Yeah, I mean, and like we talked about, you just don't think they can beat you with gadget plays.
Right. What do we have here? A little QB sneak, or is that a fumbled
like
snap?
QB keeper.
Yeah.
Because he ran forward with it.
Okay, so he picks
like
up a yard.
Fake that belly play.
Well, and at this point, you just want to keep the ball between the sidelines where that clock is moving.
Exactly.
I mean, you don't mind exchanging punts with them at this point if you can eat 2 or 3 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, it's been a good effort tonight from Westfield. Traveled up here about 2.5 hours. Not far from Athens. And they'll pitch it. Smallwood, he weaves his way through, and he's still going. And that's going to be a 1st and 10, a Planters first bank. 1st and 10 for the Westfield Hornets as the clock will stop with 4:06 to go. I'll catch up to it and stop my clock. But that is a good run again, very patient run from Smallwood. Hornets again back home next week against Augusta Prep. Augusta Prep was beaten by this team, Bethlehem, early in the year. So I don't know what that tells you, but, if A equals B and B beats C, then what is A, all these.
Transitive property is dangerous to try to apply in football, though.
Yep, that is very true. Good job. Good hands from Michael.
That's
that was
too much ciphering for us.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll have to take off our shoes for all that. It's too cold.
Yeah, a little frostbite.
Yeah.
See, I'm probably going to bring my skiing gloves to the next game.
See, Brant got out of his car in my driveway, and he hopped out in a short-sleeve shirt and jeans and said, "You got a jacket?" He goes, "No." You even run in there and get one?
It was
he goes,
about.
Yeah, that might be a good idea.
Yeah. It was about 70 degrees when I got to your house, and then I did some thinking.
Yep, it was. I knew it was going to be chilly, and I figured we were going to be on the outside. So 2nd and 9.
Just got word. I just got word that my assistant athletic director's moonlighting at Piedmont tonight.
That's awesome. Jack of all
Said
trades.
he's running the chains at Piedmont. I'll have to get the scoop on that one later on.
That's hilarious.
We won't let him live that one down for a while.
No, that's hilarious.
All right, it looks like Bethlehem has called timeout right here.
So they take a timeout with 2:44 left to go, and I guess, Coach, we got to start thinking about our.
See, Brent won't have to worry about being cold for the next 2 weeks because I got him up there. He's warm and comfortable.
Yeah,
up there in the press box.
I know. Well, yeah,
how spoiled is
he's going to be
that?
like, "Oh man, this is great."
Yeah.
He's going to sit up here, nice and cozy.
Yeah. One of these days, he's going to appreciate us Georgia fans.
That's it. I know, Auburn man getting helped out by the Georgia guys.
That's the way it usually works.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, we talked about Georgia a lot on the way up here, and neither Brant nor I are Georgia fans, but we talked about, or at least I did. I said for some reason my dislike for Georgia, and I have a long reason why I do. One reason, anytime I've been to Athens, granted it's not been near as many as you. You spent 4 years, maybe longer, your life up there.
Longer.
Yeah. But they'll cuss at you, they'll spit at you, it's like, come on, man.
Yeah, but the Georgia people aren't near as obnoxious as some fan bases that I've been to.
I understand liking your team, but it's like sometimes I'm a sports fan too, don't get me wrong, but it takes the fun out of it sometimes.
Well, but it's like any fan base. You've always got your idiots.
Oh, yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Big play right here.
Pitch goes to Smallwood, and he's got the first down.
Looks like first down right there, and we may be able to salt the game away right here.
That's a Planters first bank, 1st and 10, and, they might.
I'm sure. I don't know.
They got 2 timeouts left.
They got 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock again.
But will they? It was down to 2:35. There, I can start the clock. Okay. Maybe it depends on what they do on this play here. If they give up more than 5 or something, you keep it going.
But with the new 40-second rule, it's you can salt away a lot of time.
So who do you got leader in the clubhouse for a couple of our awards for maybe our Sonic Drive-In Player of the Game? There goes Michael Fitzpatrick. That could be one of them right there.
The obvious choices are Michael and Hunter. Just from what they've done on the ground. I don't know that anybody's touched the ball. I know Shelton had a carry.
When Michael had to go out and get some wind, Was he short by about a yard?
Can we split it?
I know, yeah. We can do whatever we want. That's the beauty of being out here, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Brett's not here. We can do whatever we want.
We can order it out.
What did we say yesterday? That's why we own our own company.
That's
we don't
it.
work for anybody, so we can do what we want.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. That's the beauty of join the crowd, Chip. You can make your own rules.
Yeah, I
get another text. I got spies all over the place in Monticello. Now I got pictures of Coach Cam holding the chains.
But has he got the W on his hat?
Supposedly a fight broke out between Flint River.
And then one of the chain gang was
involved?
involved?
Chain crew, I don't know exactly what happened.
That's hilarious.
Yep, that is too cool.
Oh, man, there's a run. What are they doing? The ref blew the whistle, and Smallwood was still moving with the football. He thought
the old inadvertent whistle.
He thought it was somebody else.
Whoopsies.
That's funny. Look at Coach Lane. He's like, what are you doing?
It don't matter. The clock is running. That's all we care about.
Yeah, we are under a minute now.
It's
what
3rd and 2.
But don't get bristled up about that.
Smallwood
clock
was
is running
down the field.
Yeah.
What the hell are they doing? That's hilarious. Now they're going to stop it.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't worry about it, guys.
Yeah. Really.
Let it go.
It's okay.
How about y'all talk about it for 45 more seconds continuously?
Yeah. yeah. Let's debate it. Rock, paper, scissors, something. Just let the clock run.
Oh, I think it's going to be about 3rd down and 3 because he was past the first down marker and they did.
The old inadvertent whistle.
But so we're looking at Michael Fitzpatrick probably and a split between he and Hunter Smallwood.
I honestly think you got to go with Mikey.
Yeah, because he had 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, he scored he got a hat trick today.
Yeah.
That's a special day.
So Mikey's probably our Sonic drive-in player of the game. And then we got to give out our hit of the game brought to you by Flint Energies. I'm trying to think of any big hits. I mean, Mikey delivered a lot of them.
Yeah, but he was on offense when he was doing it.
That's true.
I'm not sure.
Clay Walton had a hit in the game, and he's always got a nose for the football.
Yeah.
So that's a tough one. Brant Daughtry, what you think, man?
I mean, I remember on Mikey's first touchdown, he ran over a couple of people.
Yeah.
If I remember
But
correctly.
can you give it to him on the offensive side for hit of the game?
I think you can, absolutely.
Do you?
Running back's hit.
You're going to go for the full Michael Fitzpatrick?
Hey, he got another hat trick tonight.
Can we give it to the Westfield offensive line?
I like it.
Yeah.
We can give it.
Big Uglies up front have been road graders tonight.
Matter of fact, while we got a little break, why don't we go ahead and do that now before we get to the post-game show, right?
Works for me.
I mean, let's go ahead. So our Sonic drive-in player of the game tonight, that's going to be Mr. Michael Fitzpatrick. We don't have final numbers, but we would venture to guess he's over 100 yards rushing.
Oh, I think easily.
Easily. Yeah. And 3 rushing touchdowns. So he is our Sonic drive-in player of the game. And then we'll go into our Flint Energies hit of the game. And for that, we're going to go for the Westfield offensive line.
For the push that they got all night long.
They did a great job. That's not to put a mark on the defense because the defense did great as well.
No, defense did a great job too.
Yeah. The defense had one blemish tonight, and it was on a trick play that just
that you can live
thrown
with.
Over their heads. Yeah, and you can live with that. Especially if that's the only big play you give up all night, so be it.
And here's some of our corporate sponsors of the Westfield Booster Club.
And big thank you to all those people because they're the ones that make the athletic department go with their generosity, and all the people that give of their time on the Booster Club.
Right. And there's our Green Hornets as well.
It's we can't make it happen without those folks. And the best formation of all.
Yep.
The victory formation. Take a knee. We're going to have to do it.
Do anything else.
Do it one more time.
So we'll go through. Here's our Hornet sponsors. We'll thank all them as well. Like Coach Champion said, they make the whole thing go for us all throughout the athletic program and here at the Middle Georgia Sports Network. And then finally, our Gold Hornet sponsors. Want to thank Coldwell Banker, Robinson Free Realty, Spence & Co. Cattle Company, Nelson & Smith, Attorneys at Law, Parish Construction Group, Com South, powered by Hargray, Cali Venus, Advanced Home Specialty, Loden Dental Associates, Competitive Edge Genetics, and Advanced Project Consulting. Thank all of them.
And the clock hits 0.
And that is the final here from the Hornets' Nest, or from Bethlehem Christian, I should say. Westfield wins this one 21-7 is your final. And into our Westfield Booster Club postgame show. Coach Chappie, just final thoughts real quick on the Westfield win.
A really dominant performance, especially in the second half. We sort of felt like that was going to be the case. And, I thought our big men did a really good job and managed it. It wasn't flashy, but who needs flashy? You need W's, and it was awesome to get it tonight. It was, that's huge for us moving forward and getting toward the playoffs. So, a great team effort tonight.
So Westfield wins here tonight, 21-7 is your final score. Hornets get their second victory of the year and will return home for the rest of the season and get ready for next week, Augusta Prep. So for Coach Chip Champion, Brant Daughtry, I'm Kenny Kofer. Thanks for watching Westfield football. I'm struggling.
The Westwood Panthers versus the Christian.
My tongue's getting mighty fat here in the late
cold.
Westfield wins tonight, 21-7. Thanks for watching Westfield football here on the Middle Georgia Sports Network.